And one.
And one.
And
Hello.
No.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the
Hi,
Role
everybody.
Players.
Hey, Tom.
Hello, how are you?
Здравствуйте.
I'm
something,
excited.
Is there something
have
in your throat,
excited.
Peter? Are you okay?
I'm excited.
Very successful night. We make a success out of D&D.
We make it very
My God,
time.
it's one of those nights.
It's one of those
It's a
nights.
sexy time.
Yeah, disclaimer
Sexy
warning.
time.
We're in a weird
time.
place, but a good
I
place.
swear to
Take
God,
the
we were
D&D,
all
like-
guys.
we were
Kinda we
all
all
normal. We were all normal a second ago.
Until, like, a second
I don't
ago.
know.
1 second ago.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I slept like 4 hours last night, so this should be really fun.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh.
It's fine. I don't need sleep.
Even better.
Well, hello everybody, and let's see. Our audio's working, so thank the tech gods out there that everything's working this time. And welcome to another episode of The Role Players, where we play the world's greatest role-playing game ever, Dungeons and Dragons. Motherfucking Dungeons and Dragons. I am your Dungeon Master Judd. These are my role players. Check them out. They are spectacular. Bask in their glory. I love it.
They're real.
They're all
and
real.
They're spectacular.
Nice.
They're real.
Yeah, moving on. I don't know what to say to that one. So announcements.
there was-
We have announcements. I
A
think.
conspiracy that none of us were real. Did you ever consider that, Judd?
He disappeared in an embassy building somewhere in Bulgaria.
I literally.
Recruited to
Sense.
play motherfucking Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes. Hi, Mom.
Yeah, I'm just a really good programmer.
you.
These are all AIs that I've created,
Yeah.
and it's just me. This is just
Yeah.
welcome to Judd's imagination. So, yeah, it's going to be one of those
what a
nights, y'all.
black
Just strap in and get ready. I think Maddie is going to lead us on a couple quick announcements, and then we're going to take off on tonight's flight.
Yes. Hello, everyone. So right now we're going to shout out our amazing sponsors, Skull, Splitter, Dice.
Goal splitter.
Beautiful assortment of dice. If you're in the market for some, they make an amazing stocking stuffer. The holidays are coming up. They make an amazing Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever you're celebrating. Get them for people. If you want some discount, we have a code. It's TRPSS15.
That's it.
And that brings us to our next sponsor, which is Thrill Studios.
Thrill Studio.
Thrill Studios has a beautiful assortment of minis. They have minis that are unpainted, minis that are painted, hard to find minis of every type. So if you're looking for minis and you want some money off, use our code TRP15.
Are there
And
minis
that's
that
that.
have
That's that. Beautiful. This is kind of like a fast announcement. We're going to be doing another giveaway on Black Friday. We haven't finalized the total gift package, but it definitely will include Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, which you know is just about to come out for those of us tracking it. Very exciting. So be on the lookout. It'll be one of those multi-click things, or follow us on Twitter, check out YouTube, all those things, and you get little additional entries for the prize, and we'll announce it on Black
Am
Friday.
I the only one whose Judd's audio's cutting in and out?
Not
Let's
for me.
continue.
Maybe.
Let's see. Let's see what
Testing.
happens. Keep
No,
going.
Chad.
Yeah,
we're not
zero
gonna have.
real.
We're not having any problems tonight.
Oh, you are cutting in and out.
Yes, yes.
With us? Are you joking with us? Are you pulling our? Are you?
I'm
excited?
not. I'm not pulling any chain. Is it better?
Just make excite.
It's good on the.
Don't make
It's
me
good on the
excited.
stream. It's just you guys. Is it
Oh
still
yeah,
doing
you're
it?
totally
Yeah,
cutting
We
out.
can't hear you.
What up, man? This happens every time.
Every
How
time.
am I the only one?
Man.
You know what? I think
Saturn.
you guys weren't really listening to Judd.
No.
because I felt like I was.
That's just. That's just
Okay.
rude. Yeah. I'm kind
No,
of.
there you go. You're
Who
back in the game.
noticed?
You're
Really?
good, man. You're back.
All right. I have another. I didn't do anything. I literally was about to do something, but fuck it.
Timmy,
Okay. We're good.
Are you
that's
trolling
weird.
us by rating with a party of one?
How generous.
Bring Timmy the
How
sport.
dare you, sir? If you are going to raid the role players, we are too powerful. You can't just come in here with a raid of one.
Or maybe he's so
You and whose
powerful.
army?
Oh my gosh, funny.
You know, it's not April 1st, but it is Friday the 13th. So.
Oh wait.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hey,
Oh
Right
shit!
there.
We're
Here's
gonna
that.
go ahead and end the stream now. We'll be back.
It's
No.
magic time. Let's get some
All
necklaces
right.
going on up.
Yeah, let's do some crazy shit. Yeah, maybe be a TPK tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and go into the video intro, and we'll be right back, y'all. Stay tuned.
Let me tell you a story about a time that me and my friends found a new world. It started on a ship, brought together by a storm. We traveled through the rift to a new world beyond. We were thrown into shackles, we were hunted down by thieves, but we'll never let it stop us from saving a Necrolee. For we are the
Gangster.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Mildly put.
I told you all. Strap in. It's gonna be a bumpy night.
All vibes. tonight.
Okay.
Bumpy ride.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride. All right. So
Can we just devote 10 minutes to talking about the Borat movie? Because I'm down for that. If
No.
any of you have
Yeah,
not seen
I'm
it.
down
Maybe during our Q&A next week, we can
Oh.
talk about more.
Oh,
there you go.
Nabby, look at you, helping keep
Clever.
us on task.
Yes.
And reminding me of that awesome Q&A coming up. I'm really
Oh yeah, we should have announced
I'm
that. Yes.
exciting.
Q&A
am excited.
next Wednesday. 7 or 8? I don't know. I think it's 7. Is it 7? I
Oh,
think it's
nice,
7.
nice.
7.
Choose, pick one.
It's 7.
Pick
7 to
one.
9. I think it's 7 to 9.
Yeah, 7 to 9. Come hang out with us. Ask all your questions. We're going to talk about D&D. We're going to talk about our backgrounds. We're going to talk about whatever the hell you guys want to know. So come ask your questions and hang out with us. Just for fun.
It will be very nice.
It'll be all
We'll
the fun.
talk a lot about the Borat movie. It'll be very nice.
Everything about
We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to talk as that for the next.
You know
That's
what
a good
I'm
idea.
realizing, guys? I'm realizing that Borat is intruding on the turf of Anchorman as historically the only movie we ever quoted.
Oh, that's true.
There is now
Whoa.
competition.
Well,
where there
and
used
Star
to be a
Wars.
clear monopoly.
The cultural
Talon's
impact.
out.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm worried about Anchorman's prestige right now.
It is.
I do immediately regret
60% of
this.
the time, we talk about Anchorman
All the time.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Okay, all right, y'all, shut it.
Choose. Which one do I yes and about? Like,
We should-
I don't know.
We should
yeah,
do a
D&D.
one shot of
We've,
Scared of some
yeah,
Borat.
we've already done the intro, so this is
Oh
the
my
D&D
gosh, that'd
part.
be great.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
right.
we're playing D&D.
Yeah, let's bring it. Let's bring
AKA
it all in as the magical fog of Dungeons and Dragons rolls over all of you, calming your nerves and focusing
Very nice, nice.
as we hear the very nice drifting off into the distant past.
Judd has to resort to hypnotism.
Have a little watch.
Yeah, there you go. All right, y'all. Last time in motherfucking Anacroli, let's pay attention now.
That's how it is now.
That's how it's going to be now. That's what I got to do. All right, we even have some music. All right. Finally taking a break to relax after that ordeal with the Skull of Tanothil, which you can tell I really like to say that. The party finished its game of Truth or Dare, which led to a very awkward marriage proposal from Seville to Arisette, which one she didn't take too favorably.
That was a truth or dare. That was a dare.
Yeah, it was a dare. At the tavern, however, you all noticed that there was somebody off in the corner who was watching you. And unfortunately, they managed to slip out before you had a chance to confront them. So you all decided in your drunken stupor to go back to Dagmara's father's house, also known as Dadmara, thanks to Marty. And
Dadmara.
I like that.
along the way, Seville, you contacted Larar, and you got a bit of an update that the handoff of the fake skull didn't seem like it went very well. She thinks that they're on to her. In fact, they left the city of Azley rather quickly and not through normal means, and they did not show up once again in Carthen. In other words, she told you all to watch your back. You all made your way back home. Jin Greta made you some amazing griddle cakes before you all passed out
Griddle cakes.
for the night. And in the morning, you had a very sad goodbye to Dagmara's father as you set off to save the world. You all made your way over to the market district where you went book shopping.
See you in 10 days, Dad.
Yeah, or you're probably going to be dead next time. We'll see what happens.
Go save the world.
That's another movie we're quoting.
That's
yeah,
3.
That's true.
That's 3.
You think it'll
they're
work?
all good ones.
It will take a miracle. All right, Tabitha,
I'm not a
you.
witch, I'm your wife.
And I don't think I want to even be that anymore. Oh, see, I just do it all night.
Confident.
All right. So Tabitha, you were in the lead on procuring books at your first stop in the market. You got a regional terrain and animal book, but it was really Arisette's most notable book that you got her about elven mating.
Oh God.
Elven mating.
That's right, folks. Elven mating.
I also
Very
helped her
nice.
procure a book to make her a more, adept ranger in this.
That is true. That's true.
Yes.
But it wasn't as exciting as the mating book.
She's like more useful ranger in this.
I didn't want to say that.
Those aren't the words we used.
But I felt where you were taking me, and it was very much appreciated because you're right. I've never yet been in my favorite terrain here. And
Yeah,
so I better
that's-
just get better at the terrains that exist in this dimension.
All right.
Work smarter, not harder.
Shut it or you're at
Yes.
disadvantage.
There you
All right,
go.
thank you. All right, so you also tried to procure a book on history, but you were told that that's not allowed in this kingdom. That knowledge
Only
is
sex
very,
books.
very protected. Yeah, sex knowledge is okay. He advised you, the bookstore owner advised you not to say such things in public. Anyway, shortly thereafter, Tabitha, you met a kind of handsome and slightly dangerous halfling hanging out in the shadows, and you managed to buy a couple healing potions and a magical dagger off of him. But more importantly, you got information about a woman who's posing as a merchant here, who's really a member of the...
Did I write it in my notes?
That's okay. She's working with the Alkera, and apparently she has
Oh, I found it.
the bead on some extremely special sword, a rapier, that everybody's talking about. And he told you it's on the other side, past the lake. It's the bullshit place
There's
that's
a blue
selling.
tent. There's
Yeah, blue. There we go. Yep, selling
Okay,
plants in
okay.
glass bottles, stuff. Yeah,
The
exactly.
notes. The
Well done.
notes have
Well
come
done.
through again.
notes.
The notes. We need a close up. We
Yeah.
need a close up on the notes. Look
Oh.
at those
Doing
notes.
We'll put those on our
Pictures on
Patreon.
there.
Check it out. Seville, you pulled everybody away to go look at some leatherworks, but as you all made your way over to that stall, suddenly two rather dangerous-looking people appeared on the street, which now suddenly seemed like it was a little empty, even though it was still pretty early morning here. Dark robes, and you see one pull back their sleeve, and you see carved red runes into their flesh, and you see that they're trying to fashion something, and suddenly a ball of flame appears in their hands as Otto is looking right at them and starts to yell out, and you all turn to see this fireball launch at all of you, and that is where we left you last time, and that is where we find you today. So
With
Yes.
the fireball being hurled at us, eh?
with a fireball heading towards your faces. So
Classic role
Perfect.
players.
And that
Love
literally
the
happened
fireballs,
just,
love the
just as
fireballs.
I was about to talk to this whistle maker. I was just about to be like, ah, and then
Yeah.
I saw the thing.
that's
Yeah.
right.
And it was
right.
just, that was it. That was the
Right.
end of my communication with the whistle
Yeah.
maker.
So
Dang it.
The whistlemaker.
before we roll any initiative, Chad, you were the one that was really facing the first one that stepped out, and you happened to whip over your shoulder and see the other one kind of, blocking both sides of this street. I'm going to allow you to have a quick reaction before we roll, because you said you actually started to cast something. I think you were kind of joking, but I'm going to allow, if you want to get off a blast or you want to try to do something before we roll initiative, go for it.
Because I can tell the guy is casting a spell at me, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what... And are there companions near him that look like they're with him, or is it just him?
There's one, kind of in front of you, blocking off that direction as you're walking toward the leatherworker on your left, where you see Seville's already there talking to somebody, which is why his back is kind of shielded. He doesn't see this person step out. You look and you see that one in front of you, and you look back behind you, and another one steps out, blocking the street behind you as well.
Okay.
And just to give you kind of a picture of what we're looking at here, this little section here where they're bookended by these two people in dark robes. Is that too loud? I'm gonna turn that down just a bit. It seems loud.
I don't hear it.
I can't hear it.
I can't hear
I don't
it.
hear it at all.
Oh my gosh. All right. Tell me if you hear that.
Kind of? Not
No?
really. Not much.
What?
I'll be honest. If I'm honest.
No, sir.
I didn't say how
said
big.
it's a little loud on their end, Judge.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay, I
thought.
hear something
Okay.
now.
No more, no
But
more.
It sounds a little loud, yeah.
Yeah, okay, we're not gonna worry about sharing with you guys. You just have to pretend. I don't want to blow out their ears. Okay, they said it was fine. All right, so we're looking at a section of street. If you're looking from the direction you walked, there is a long building on your right, and it looks like it's boarded up, like the storefront's not open yet. On your left, there are two buildings. There's one that you've all walked past, and it has a whole bunch of beautiful colored fabrics. And you see a young gift woman there, and she's setting up for the day. And the one past that, not a child. We're gonna say
Killable.
Yeah.
Killable.
I mean,
Killable. All right.
Otto might be eyeing her like,
Age to be killed.
yeah, she definitely should die.
She's totally kill ready.
And then the Leatherworks building. So those are the two buildings on your left. And there's
how
a
far
little
away-
alleyway between them.
How far away are the two bad guys from us?
From you and Dagmara,
Or
because you
from
guys are
me.
standing next to each other, it is about 25, 30 feet. And then
Is there a map, or
behind you
should
it's
I
about
just
another
draw
40. There's no map, sorry.
I'm just gonna try to imagine it in my mind for now. But I think I got the idea now. Yeah, I see the guy in front of me, and I look over my shoulder, and I see these sketchy dudes, and I just say, "Look out!" And I am going to, out from my hands, do an eldritch blast. Maybe actually, okay, I'm gonna put my hands out like this, and since I have two beams, I'm gonna shoot a eldritch blast. at
Oh,
each of them.
nice. One each direction. Boom!
Because like I have two
pew.
guys directly opposite of me in a hallway. If I want to do this really cool looking move, when am I gonna have such a good opportunity
I
to do
mean,
it again?
This is your time.
Peter and I were just talking about
do
the smuggler gunslinger from the Old Republic intro. You know that cutscene?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
I
boom
mean,
and spins and does another
This
one.
is like the
Kinda feeling that.
poster of Otto that you could put up in your room. Like this is the pose that poster shot is taken from.
The mustache just looking
Yes.
on fleek.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks so good right now. Okay,
Oh, it needs
so
to be on a mug. I need this to be on like some role players
You need
like
this on a mug,
merch
okay.
mug. Yes,
All right.
right. Like I need to have
right.
my coffee with this image. Like
Yeah, we need this shirt. All right, so go ahead and
okay,
roll.
so yeah, I'll roll against. Let's say the guy queuing up the spell first.
Okay, yeah. Go for it.
All right. 8 plus 7, 16. Or sorry, 15.
15. You see your spell blast straight at him. You're expecting it to take effect, and you see that it seems to impact a few inches away from their chest, and the energy kind of dissipating over their chest and not looking like it harmed that person. Roll for the other side.
Yeah.
Oh,
what? What's going on?
18 plus 8, 26.
Okay, this one,
one.
you see, like, it hits the same sort of field, but just breaks through. Like it failed this person, and you see the person it just crumples. What is the damage? What'd you get?
The damage is 8 force damage.
8. Yeah, you see this person almost goes down to one knee, and then the head comes up, and you just see the hood is still pulled, but you just see these eyes, and they almost have like a glowing red intensity in this early morning light. He stands back up to full. Now I need everybody. I need Dagmara and Otto to roll a dex save for me, please.
Oh, boy.
Well, I just see a fireball going right by during.
You're gonna
in market.
you're gonna probably see
like,
Otto
hey,
yell.
look at
Otto
that.
yells out and fires off. This all happens instantaneously. He screams, fires off an eldritch blast as you see the fireball coming in. This is all happening
can
right at your
you-
back.
Can you tell me what the name of the weapon that I just got is, so that I can add it to my?
You could just put dagger and put an asterisk that you bought it from that dude in the alleyway.
Okay, you said it was some sort of like moon.
I mean, that's what he said. Yeah, you'll have to get it identified.
So I don't know.
You don't
but
know
I'm
yet.
hoping.
No, it's like you literally just bought something off somebody in an alley, and they told you that's what it did.
Okay, well, we're gonna find out in battle.
Yeah.
The trustworthy dagger.
Okay.
I got a 23. I rolled pretty well.
Wow.
17 plus 6.
Okay. Gabriella or Dagmara, sorry.
Good for you, Chad.
Uh-oh.
I rolled 5.
Uh-oh.
5.
Whoa.
Someone's a
Okay.
roasted potato.
Okay.
5.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
I mean, don't worry about it.
Can't wait. Oh, I'm not.
Into the fire.
It's not gonna hurt until it hurts. And
That's
then
true.
Probably not gonna hurt
Yeah.
anymore.
I love that.
You're
That's kind of how I feel about COVID.
so
You know, it's like, you know.
so 24
That's not
points. Chad, you take half.
So 12.
So
I take 24.
you take 24. So you see this fireball
That's
just
very painful.
and just explodes.
Oh my god.
Seville, you probably have just enough reaction to kind of like move out of this range. You're just on the outside edge.
Oh, quick question though. Can I react?
What do you have a reaction?
I was gonna do
Elements?
absorb elements.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That's good.
Nice.
Yes.
That's knowing your
Alright,
character.
Elements. You'll only
Playback.
take 12.
Yep.
As I see it. Okay.
love it. Okay.
I'm gonna add 12.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
You,
Love that.
That's some fucking D&D right there. I love it.
if
So
you hit them now,
There it is.
you'll deal some fire damage. Do you,
Oh, yes, you
Did you
will.
see that part?
Does it like recoil back to them, whatever they dealt?
Right. Triggering
Like
time.
whatever
Also,
I say bounces off of you.
I mean,
Does
yeah,
it
it's-
rub-
Yes.
Do you like
yes.
fire?
I'm
Yeah,
rubber.
also-
You're glue.
they take an
Here's what
extra.
it says. The
yeah.
first time you hit with a melee attack
Yeah.
on your
yes.
next turn,
In the
It's an
next
extra
turn.
1d6.
it would take 1d6 fire damage. Yeah, that spell's
Oh
so good.
yeah.
Yeah, that could have been
Trigger
really
tap
bad.
in
And the
his
rest of you, Tabitha, Arisette, you
Thanks,
see
Chad.
this fireball just blossom here. Otto was eyeing it the whole time, so he was the one who managed to jump out of the way. Dagmara got the full blast, but you see she reacts with some of her sorceress magic and just dispels half of that heat and manages to kind of contain it within herself. Still obviously hurt. All right,
me.
so give me, what did y'all roll? Give me 20 to 25, anyone.
Oh, initiative?
Initiative.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Natural 20.
And initiative or
That'll be put me at
Everybody's
24.
an initiative here.
So that puts me at 24.
Okay, 24 air set. Nice. Looks like you got some
21.
favored terrain in this market.
Oh, 21.
21 also. Oh my god, y'all.
Do you have market listed on your terrain?
Prep rebel.
I think it's like she's stealing, like, you know, don't mess with one of my homegirls,
Her
right?
favorite,
It's like,
her favorite
oh no.
terrain is stores.
My favorite
Stores. I got a 20.
20. Oh my god.
Jeez, we're going to
I know.
Amazing. Excuse me.
Wow, some of you guys
Yeah.
rolled so high.
And Otto, what did you get, my friend? What'd you get?
9.
9.
Oh.
Total?
You know,
Nine.
let them do all the hard stuff, Otto.
Yeah.
You can.
Hey, you
Clean
know,
it up, clean it
I
up.
kind of, you know, it might have been impressive how I was like alert and was able to react, but then that took a lot out of me, so I need a breather now.
And
Sense. Gotta
Tabs-
fix the mustache and all.
Tabs and Seville, what are your
Yeah.
dex modifiers? Are they the same as well?
3, right? What am I looking at?
Just your dex
That's your
modifier.
modifier.
Dexterity. Okay.
Unless you guys
Plus
want to
three.
decide who goes first.
4.
All right.
You can go first.
Yeah, Seville, you're first. Okay. Nice.
Wow, you're faster than Tabby?
And I'm sure Tabitha's like, well, ladies first, and like,
It's only because she lets him.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Make no mistake. Okay, well, Arisette, you are top of the order. So you're looking around, you're seeing this fireball blossom in the middle of the street, and you see this dark, cloaked figure at the end of the street. What do you do?
I immediately go with my longbow and I just shoot at them immediately. And in fact, let me check my spells here.
And you know what, I'm going to say, because you have such high passive perception anyway, and Otto has
Yeah.
already yelled out that you would know there's also one behind you and Tabitha about 15 feet away. Just
Okay,
kind of
so
stepped out
yeah.
behind you.
I
So-
shot at both of them, so I figure
Yeah.
everybody kind of sees.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
oh,
I
yeah,
cast
true.
my hunter's mark on these biatches right away because they're
Okay.
messing with my homegirl and they've hurt her already. And I think I would have, with my perception, I kind of noticed like the wonkiness of the Eldritch Blast not fully working. Right? I'm like, these kids
On
have
one.
something going on.
On one,
Yeah.
the other one almost went down to a knee. It was definitely hurt.
Yeah. So I
I
cast
think you
my.
have to pick one that you cast it on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do.
I pick it on the one that basically repelled the blast, or
Got it.
seems to have.
Okay.
I pick it on that MF, and so I cast it, and I'm like, "Que turena!" And I go right at him with my
I like it.
bow and arrow, my trusty bow and arrow. My
Okay.
very first one gets a 17 plus a 9, which is a 26.
yeah.
Very nice.
26.
Yes.
No
so
problem.
Let's do my
Very
D8 here.
nice.
and
Very
like
nice. Not lying.
under my breath, I'm like, that's because we got her the book that helps her with the magic.
Do you see how I help these people?
I'm taking credit for everything.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I rolled a natural 8 on that, so that's a 12 of damage on this guy.
Damn. Okay.
Did you roll the Hunter's Mark dice too?
I didn't even do the Hunter's Mark. Thank you for the reminder there, because that means I get
Add that,
an
too.
extra D6.
So,
Add that too.
So we got 12 plus 1, so it'll be 13.
okay.
Yeah, 13 damage on this guy.
13. Okay. There
That
we
was
go.
good.
Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay.
solid.
Yeah. So this
Very
time,
good.
and that was one arrow, right?
Yeah, that's one arrow. So,
you
do
get-
I
again.
You get another arrow.
Yeah.
Get 2 attacks.
I thought
So do you want to do the
Wow.
same person, or do you want to go for the other one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go after this guy because I just want to finish him. I think. 'cause
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
don't
you
know
see
why.
that first
would
arrow,
be
and just like
great.
the Eldritch Blast, the second Eldritch Blast, it hits that resistance, but this time like the briefest flash is it looks like it even dissipates, and the arrow just right into this chest, and you hear ah, and it sounds maybe like they're more of like a feminine sort of kind of grunt that comes out of this person.
Okay. Okay. Cool. And the next arrow was a 20. Okay.
20 total. Okay.
I-
Yep.
Yeah, 20 total on this guy. The second one.
Okay.
Okay, and that is an 11 damage plus the Hunter's Mark, which is gonna be
Jeez.
another 6, I
He's
think.
so smug. I love it.
I know.
Okay,
Yeah.
another 1. So what did I just say? What did I just get?
You say
What did I say? I
did
got
you
it.
say 7?
I got 7 plus
Rewind
4.
the
It's
tape.
11 plus 1, so that's 12.
11.
I got
Oh,
12 damage
12.
with my second arrow. I'm like,
Damn.
Ooh, that's heavy damage right there.
Yeah, so just
And I'm like, okay, that's just excessive.
you see, and as this person is kind of standing up, another one just hits into her, almost kind of spinning her to the side, and both arrows sticking out of the chest. Nice. You want to do any movement?
wait, have we ended him? Can I tell if he's finished or not?
The person is kind of is still on their feet, but staggering. a bit.
Oh,
Okay.
somebody needs to
Who's next?
tell him night.
Someone needs to say
So
goodbye.
I'm gonna just my bonus action then is gonna be to
you've already
transfer.
used your bonus action to cast
my
Hunter's Mark.
seconds.
You
Okay,
do
then.
have movement. So just remind you that you're kind of on the left-hand side of the area you were coming from. You are about 15 feet from that person, and the whole kind of street is about 65 feet to where the other person is.
All right, I want to duck. Can I duck into the fabric shop?
Yeah.
And take
Yeah.
cover?
Sure.
I'm going to do that, and I'm going to hide myself in between two reams of fabric so that they can barely see me, but my arrows can still point out.
Oh, love it.
Nice.
And as you're running in there, you see the gift
Fire
woman's like, ah, and she drops like these bolts of fabric and, and she runs to the back and you just dive in, it's kind of spin around and pull
That's
the
some
fabric
Ranger
open.
shit.
You just see like just an arrow tip sticking out now. Love it. All right, Arisette, that is your turn.
Nice.
All right, where's my
Sniper,
initiative?
sniper.
Lost mine.
Oh, I'm a sniper! I'm an arrow sniper.
Oh, I love, here, I'm
Sniper.
looking right at it. Okay,
That is
Seville,
what you are.
you are
Yes.
up.
Perfect.
All right. One, did that fireball take out any civilians?
No, so if you remember,
casualties?
I said like when Otto noticed that these two stepped out, all of a sudden you kind of realized the street was kind of empty. Either they
Okay.
waited for this moment or just happened to be.
Well-
and it is early for the market, so.
And I
All
guess to answer your question, Seville, it also kind of depends on if you think Dagmar and I are innocent or not.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, like I said, anybody who
Valid.
innocent get hit.
No innocence. Yeah.
There's
innocence.
some debate about that.
But-
Innocent.
But Seville, you are standing right next to the Dragonborn shopkeep of the leather works, a silver Dragonborn, kind of large person you see wearing all these kind of really nice leather armor that they've made. Standing right there, eyes growing wide.
All right.
Massive scar down side of their face.
I'll
Old
just
scar.
slap him in the chest or her in the chest, and I'll just go breathe on someone, man, and grab a weapon, and I'll go after the one who threw the fireball.
Okay. Yeah, that's only like 20 feet. Excuse me.
20 feet? Mm-hmm. All right, and this one's isolated?
Yep.
All right. Going rapier,
All right, do
and
it.
that is I'm using Durmagul, and I'm pulling out my black blade. And as I just move, dance, and just kind of kick up a dust cloud right in front of him so I can crouch down, and I'm going to skewer him, and that's a 24 to hit.
Oh, yep, that does it.
Wow.
That worked.
And I'm going to initiate Booming Blade as well.
Okay.
And here is 1d8. Let's go. That's 6 plus 11 is, or 6 plus 5, so that's 11.
Ooh.
And Booming Blade is another 8. So we're looking at 19 to start. And then because I'm isolated on this fool, fancy footwork is he has no moves. It's coming in massive sneak attack. And that's another 13 points of damage. And then I'm just going to back away and just come and catch me if you can. And I'm going to back away. Is there anywhere I can hide?
Yeah, so there's right to your back is the shop, the leather shop. There's a lot of places in there. You can see that the Dragonborn's actually turned and is running into the shop.
Okay.
Then there's an alley between the leatherworks shop and the fabric shop.
You know what? This is a caster, so I'm just going to stay right in his grill. But that's 32 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I'm going to
It's
go.
because we're well rested. We
Yeah.
just
Yes.
I know.
Yeah, it's like early morning. We've had a good breakfast. We're full of griddle cake, and we're
Yeah.
just not having it.
I'll give
It's
it.
a
here's what I'll
beautiful
do.
sunny day.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. So I'm going to go I'll move 10 feet back, and
Okay.
I'll say, I'm going to give you a head start.
Excuse me.
If you don't run now,
Before you say
gonna
that,
hunt you down.
I'll
Yeah.
let you know that you could tell with your strike that you are finishing this fool. So
there you
why
go.
don't you tell me how you want to, as you go in for those strikes, you see the eyes flare and the hood falls back, and you do see a woman, a face, and she has a few carvings on her cheeks, and her hair is all kind of shaved almost to the scalp, and just has these wild eyes. You see this kind of red, it's almost like a fire inside her eyes, this swirling as she's looking at you. Tell me, and she reaches out and grabs your robes, and you can feel her strength is ebbing away, and she just pulls you close. And she says, "We found you. We found you."
And I'll grab her by the hair and
Yeah.
lower her down easy, and I'll just say, "Let me help blow those flames out." And I'll just go right in her face and drop her.
And she falls to the ground, unmoving.
And then, like, it's like in the background, the music is, "You're a heartbreaker."
Love it. All right. What else are you doing?
So what's the next target?
The next target is on the other end of the street. For you, that is about a full 65 feet from where you're standing.
All right, let's see. As a bonus action, I think I will dash up and just get in this one's grill.
Okay. All right. So Seville over there.
I feel like as I dive roll to the side to avoid a fireball, by the time I look up, I just see that Seville is like run across and like completely owned one of them, and I'm just like, oh, right.
Yeah, it's that combination of you see like Arisette's arrows go in, and then Seville's there in a flash, and then he's laying her down, and as you're kind of getting up to your feet, he's running to the other one.
Yeah. I'm just so proud of my friends. You know, I'm moderately okay at fighting, and this is just this is good notes for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pull out
I
your.
like the
pull out
dust. I like the dust effect that like he slides in with the dust. So as it's dissipating, we kind of see the corpse and like,
Love
Yeah.
and he's already off in a cloud. I love
Yeah.
that.
Seville, as you dart across this street, heading past Tabitha, who's the last one kind of standing in the open over there, and you're coming face to face with this wizard, you're assuming. You see the person is looking intently at each of you that are still remaining in view, and then turns and just kind of sweeps a hand up, and you see this glowing door appear, and
Glowing door.
No,
steps
what
into the
about my
door,
partner?
and then
I don't get to do it. No!
Come on!
Plan.
Oh.
What am I gonna do with this fire charge in my melee weapon?
Do we not get an opportunity attack or
I
anything
mean,
on these guys?
if
Yeah, am I
anybody
right
has
there? Can I take a swipe out?
Can I say?
no,
Can I
I-
send a blade through that's gonna teleport with them on the
Can
other side
I
of the
have
door?
my
and just, like,
movement and turn,
Actually, let
or
me
is this
see.
how?
Seville.
First thing I was wondering was anybody right by him? I think Seville said he
Seville
ran up
actually
the
made
one.
it there, so
So,
right in his
if
grill.
nothing else,
yeah, I think you can have a reaction on the dimension door.
Him here.
Because he does step. He does move, right? It's
Yeah.
not, he didn't teleport
It's-
out. He actually moves, right?
I mean, I think the
he's-
rule is like leaving your reach, and I don't know. There's
The spell says you teleport yourself. I mean, it doesn't actually. It's instantaneous.
Okay.
So, I don't think there's actually any movement. It's really just like the person. It's just like,
Let me swipe at him. Let me swipe at him.
you know what? But just for fun, because I'm gonna say like, it doesn't envelop them. They're gonna have to take a step. So fuck it. I'm gonna say you get one reaction. Let's see what you can do
Let's
with
make it count. Let's make
Your
it count.
reaction, and I'm
this
running
makes
behind you.
sense.
Natural
I feel
20,
like if it
baby.
were-
No way.
Boom.
Wow!
Come on.
Wow!
You know what? I changed my mind.
Teach me your ways.
How do I can't bring my camera down. I'm going to bring my camera down. Watch this. Here's the natural 20. Are you
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
that?
I see the
I'm
corner.
not seeing that.
Yeah, that's like terrible.
Yeah.
We can't see
No,
anything. I
that's
see your
a
hand.
one.
I see your
I'm
hand.
seeing it.
One.
I'm seeing your Christmas decorations, though.
I
That's
can
high.
see it.
Nope, nope. That's tablecloth. Oh,
Yeah.
I see
yep,
it.
Yep.
confirmed.
2-0.
That's confirmed.
That you're
Confirmed.
confirmed. You're confirmed.
That
All
is a
right.
confirmed
Alright.
big time kill.
Nice sleight of hand. You
Peter should have a dice cam just
You're-
because of these awesome
Yeah.
rolls.
actually, yeah.
Your
It-
tablecloth
You all out there
is-
in Chatland, let us know if you want a dice cam for being. Although it'll crash everything in his computer. So forget it. Never
Well, I
mind.
can barely handle it on
Yeah,
the
we're
MacBook.
technology. Peter like emits a electrical field of himself. That
Worse.
Yeah, I get it. I have the same
Peter or
problem.
me?
yeah.
It just, yeah. I
All right,
can
what
feel
are you
bad.
doing?
All right. Well, I mean,
Hopefully
I get to smack him down
smoking
right
this
here.
Loser.
yeah. Well, it's my turn. I can't apply another sneak attack 'cause I already used it on my
No.
other turn. So this is just a straight
It's-
stab
Yeah.
with my sword, Dur Magol.
Heavy stab.
So,
Come on, Dern McGall.
so
Is that the name of your sword, just to clarify?
it's
yeah.
just, it's just a
Professor Dern
Dur
McGall.
Magol. It's
Okay.
Dur Magol, which is Black Blade.
Professor Dermonagle.
Because it's a blade. So that's 6 plus 12. So 6 plus 6, 12 plus 5 for the bonus. So 17.
Yeah, so you definitely hear, oh, you see the person is definitely wounded as they kind of like, oh, they just react to that stab. And your blade almost gets enveloped in the vanishing dimension door.
And I just yell, that's something to remember me by. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
So
And
the door disappears as soon as he's through it. It doesn't linger at all.
no, it instantly seals up.
And I imagine, because my turn was next, that I have already mounted Snack, and Snack had taken like a running leap and like lands right where the door is vanishing.
Oh, that's so dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
all the same
like,
moment. Seville stabs, and off from your side, Seville, this cat launching through the air, its claws out, and just like skids on the road, looking around, gone.
Yeah, I just
Love
like,
that.
once I see what happened, I just let out like a sigh as I'm snuffing out some of the bits of fire that barely managed to singe my coat from the fireball. And I just am like, well, I suspect that won't be the last time we hear from them.
At least we got one of them.
And I'm kind of like spinning my staff around like a bow staff, just ready. Great.
Are you okay, Dagmara? Are you okay? They got you.
And I just look at my clothes, and I just, because the rage and just the intensity I hadn't realized. Oh, yes. Ow. Yeah. And I look at my scales that have not been touched at all. I'm like, yeah, I am. It's just, this is not the time and the place for my city to be attacked. Who are these people? And I just walk up to the woman, I suppose is there. I just want to see her face. And as I walk past Arisette, I'm like, by the way, Arisette, well done.
Are you going up to the
I
body
wanna
now?
pick up her. Yes, I want to walk up to the body.
As you're walking
And I
over
wanna
there,
see her markings.
you're hearing this, and you see this kind of like, almost like this smoky fume starting to come off the body, as you're approaching, and you smell this really acrid, kind of burning, acidic smell in the air.
Okay. And I wanna look at the markings on her face.
Yeah, as you look down and you
yeah.
see there's bubbling out of her mouth is this like brown liquid, and every bit of skin it touches, it starts just eroding and eating the skin away. But you can see these carved in markings, very similar to stuff that you saw back in Makutha, and it's typical necromancer
Yeah,
runic
clear
shit.
what it is. Yeah.
But you can see that this body is decomposing in front of your face.
What a wretched life they live. We need to get this out of the city. Better yet, we need to bring it to the temple.
We
Maybe
also
the-
need to go. I mean, we've just caused like absolute chaos in the street.
Yeah, I agree with Tabby. I heard something this little necromancer whispered to me before she passed from this world, said, "We found you." So I'm pretty sure those were the necros from Mankutha.
I know, I know.
Great.
But what do we do with his body? What do
Leave
we?
it.
David
see-
will disappear in minutes. It looks
It
like
looks
it's
like
dissolving
it's
into
already
speed.
taken
You
care
can
of
see
itself.
one sleeve kind of just collapses and
It's already yeah.
goes flat.
I'm gonna
Okay.
look real quick to see if there's anything on her before everything else dissolves.
roll investigation
Yeah,
check.
me too.
You. I feel like I quickly pat down to see.
17 plus 6, 23.
Yeah, I think given the fact that you see this thing is degrading so quickly, those that have come up, if you want to like jump down and start searching different parts of the body, go for it. So, what'd you get,
19
Seville?
for me.
23.
23, 19, and Arisette, were you doing it as well?
Yeah, but I got like a 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Tabitha cut in front of you and just like, and as you're like,
Fast
oh,
hands.
yeah, can't find anything.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tabitha, you find a rolled up scroll in an outside pocket of this large
nice.
cloak. And
Okay.
Seville, you find inside a black familiar dagger. As you pull it out really quickly, you'll see that this one is a little different from the other ones that you saw. The pommel has an emblem on the end that was similar but a slightly different shape to the necrolyses, the necromancer necklace
Oh,
kind
yes.
of that they used to
That's what we
pass.
need in the merch store. Necrolyses.
We need some necrolyses.
Oh, we do need a
They kind of
necrolyse.
sound cute.
I'm literally
you-
writing that down. We need necrolyses.
Can I design? Can we design them? I want to design a necrolyse.
Yeah, design a necklace.
Good.
In the auto shirt, yeah. Okay.
So it has one of the emblems on the top of the pommel.
Yeah, at the back of the pommel.
Yeah.
And
Right.
as they're doing
pocket
this, I'm
that.
walking to the whistle maker, and I'm imagining they're completely petrified and just everything just.
Well,
happens
there's no
so
whistle
quickly,
maker here. But hold on. So hold on for that.
No?
No. Right now
Okay.
there's a
I'm
fabric
remembering the
store
impression.
and a leatherwork store.
Okay.
And you look over Seville, just by chance, the leatherwork, the silver dragonborn disappeared. You see the back door is open. And at that same moment, you hear kind of rushing footsteps coming down, and you can see a group of 8 of the Valieri, the Crown's Guard, coming around the corner really quickly, weapons drawn, and the dragonborn is with him. And they come around, they see you, and like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on? We've had complaints there was an attack."
And I'll just hold up just the empty clothing that's probably dripping the fluids of this body as
Yeah.
it's decomposing. And I'll just be like, well, I think you have a necromancer problem. And I'll just kind of drop the cloth.
Yeah, and he kind of edges close, and they're always like, "Watch them," and uses his sword and kind of moves away. Sees the last bit of the skull, and you can just see her face and her eyes now sunken and liquefied. You see the last kind of carved rune in her cheek, and the whole thing just kind of flattens. And it's like, God. Okay. And you say,
believe
and he
this city
turns to
has
the
been
Dragonborn,
infiltrated.
"This is the one that started it?" "Yes, it was not them. That one on the ground." Were there more?
Yes.
Yes.
They've
Where'd they go?
escaped
They
through a
escaped.
door, a portal of sorts.
Go tell the captain.
And
you
and
see one of
I
them
go-
runs off down the street.
very quickly and very worried to him, and I say, "This city is absolutely not safe anymore. I'm very concerned for everything going on in Azley. We are not going to be here in the next 30 minutes, but I want to ask you, please make sure that you send guards and you do make safe my father, Zakiva Turner. Please."
We keep all those in Azley safe, but I will, of course, do my best.
Well, he needs extra security, please.
Very well. Take it under advisement.
Thank
I'll
you.
let the captain know. All right.
I like-
Spread out.
I
Look
like-
around.
I like stroll up to the guard and I'm like, All right, how much to make sure you keep an eye on her dad?
We're
That's
fine.
all right.
Thank you.
We've got good coin.
I'm in a
There's
good
no
mood
reason-
right now because we've got a dead, shitty person on the ground here. And I know you're not trying to bribe a crown's guard, so how about you just move off? We take care of all of our denizens here.
Right.
Yeah,
then.
I'll go to the Silver Dragonborn.
And you can see that this large, imposing dragonborn. Again,
Yeah.
there's these massive scars down the side of his head, like some kind of vicious thing that he barely survived, and it looks a bit timid, unusual for a dragonborn. What'd you like to say?
Sir, I wonder how fast you could whip up something. I'm in need of a buckler shield. Something to fight with my rapier, and I have something that I would want to know if you can construct. Maybe a leather glove that I can attach to my leg and I can quickly grab and lift up and fight with it and then lock it back down on my leg. I have coin. I've got the piece I want to use, this drake scale, and I'll throw off my backpack and I'll pull out the sort of oval circular drake scale. I don't know if it's possible and how fast you can do it, but just wondering.
Well, I'd much rather talk business. Of course I can do it. Come over here, Sep. And he leads you over. And still kind of nervous, glancing around, glancing back at the tattards on the ground, and hey, yes, buckler with a glove, quick draw.
Something, yes, something I could
May I?
come up quick with, and unless you got something better.
Let me see the scale.
Whatever I do. So I'll pull out the scale, and what I'm doing is, you seem a little jumpy. You seem like someone that could handle yourself in a fight.
Long ago. This. Yeah, I could do something with this, no problem. Yes, still, you see, still trying to pull himself together. 200 gold, I could do it. Take me a bit of time, the scale's hard to get through, but how fast do you need it? A couple days?
No, that might be the problem right there, and I also think 200 gold's a little rich for me right now. So perhaps I'll just purchase one. But we're thinking of getting out of here within the hour.
Well, I'm good, but I don't know if I'm that good.
That's all right. It's a big ask.
I have an idea. Can I take this in the back for a moment?
Sure.
And he goes to the back. You can see this like second half of the shop is the work area, and you can see all manner of tools. You can see stained pieces of hide that are hanging in various thicknesses and shapes. Some are highly polished. Some are still like rough, waiting to be tanned, and all of this. He moves over and he starts grabbing some tools and sizing up. He walks over. He gets a glove. He comes over to you. Hand. And he's, yep. And show me where you want the where it mounted.
Well,
How far down?
I'm thinking about maybe thigh level, as I got my hand crossbow on the other side, so maybe something
and he
on the other
walks off
side.
again. And just getting busy in his work, comes back and he hands you the glove and straps, and okay, 20 gold for that. I can put the holes in the plate for you in about 20 minutes. If you want to wait, and you could take it with you and finish it. That's the best I can do with that time, or you can go somewhere else.
No, that'd be fine. My mother was a leather worker. She did some fine work. She made this, and I'll show him sort of my leather armor that she made me. So
And
I think I can
checks
find
it
my way
immediately.
around.
He's like getting close, looking at the seams, and very nice. All right, well, I have to charge you 40 gold for the holes because it's going to eat some of my equipment. This plate, very hard.
40 gold it is then.
All right, 60 total, and you got a deal.
How about 35 for bumping me up like that? And what's with the increases? I just basically, the three of us just saved your shop from a fireball attack.
Oh, they weren't aiming at my shop. It looks like they were aiming at you lot.
Well, they could have, if we didn't stop them, could have done a lot of damage here. Now
You guys are
I'm a
getting
bit,
along so
I'm
well.
a bit hurt now. I was coming to you. I had some
What an
information. You
emotional
did good
bargain.
work.
I do the
So,
best. I do the best. So I'll do 50 for you, and that's my final.
So you're drilling holes and handing me the glove and stuff, and I'm supposed to do it all myself.
You can do it yourself. I tell you what, forget it. And he puts the plate on your chest, and takes the stuff and starts walking away.
All right.
And I woke up I turn to Otto and I say, "You're trying to use your lucrative wins from last night for a good cause, I see, and rub it in."
I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean.
I'm just after you know you what you offered. I'm just kidding. What you offered was very kind, Otto. Thank you. I do hope they keep him safe. I appreciate the gesture. I really do.
Oh, yes, well, of course. It's, I'm learning there are differences between those in authority of these lands. If we were back in Faerun, it would have been a trifling matter. I would imagine about 10 to 15 gold, but yes, things are ever different here.
And I'm learning of some of your fine manners. So that's nice. And I turn to Tabby and I say, "Tabby, I promise this will only take 2 minutes." And I run off to find this whistle maker.
Hey.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Whistle. You want a whistle? It's so funny you say that because I'm wearing a whistle today.
Quick.
I
Are
literally
you?
am. Yes, listen.
Wow. That is
Nice.
so cool.
What's
nice.
up with that? So is that the kind of thing you might be looking for?
Ooh, nice.
Are you running off
You
with her?
know, probably.
Are they leaving this section of the market?
I mean, yeah, she's off looking for a place to.
Well, it's super quick. 2 minutes.
No. I just want to see. All right, I'll just yell back to this guy. All right. I'll do it for 40 gold. I'm an Edgeguard. You're helping out the kingdom.
I'm staying with Sybil.
40 gold.
Edgeguard. Why did
right
you say so?
I don't want to, use it all the time, and I want to make a fair bargain. But when you started shooting me up like that, I mean, I thought.
I didn't shoot you up. I told you I'd eat my tools putting holes in plate. I'll tell you what, 30, that's my cost.
All right, and for you dropping it so low and recognizing the Edgeguard, I'll do 35 for you. I'll give
60
you an
it is.
extra 5. All right, 35.
And he slams the gloves and the straps back on you. Be right back. And he
right.
and he moves off, and you see him grabbing tools again. He puts the plate down, and you just see tink, and you see these cool white, like almost like electric sparks flying off with every hammer hit from this plate, like shards of ice shooting off.
Nice.
All right, Dagmara.
So,
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
sorry, go ahead, Svil. Before
No. You can go to Dag. I was going to talk to Tabby for a second. I wanted to show her something.
Tabby's gone.
She went to pee. She went to pee around the corner. So I'll wait till
Your chair is in heaven.
Halfling luck.
This is what's at the top of the stairway to heaven is a chair.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so Dagmara, are you going alone here, or is?
I mean,
you're just
I
running
was
off.
intending on being very quick.
Okay.
If anyone wants to follow, they're welcome.
All right, so I'm just
If
saying
not, that's fine.
you run off. If anybody's following, let me know.
We just follow you like weirdos. We're just like,
I mean, you were just attacked, but it's a good time to split the party. That makes total
Yeah,
sense.
maybe-
Okay, so all right, so you run off alone.
That's a good point.
Not too late. You run off alone, and you're dead.
Not too late. Any taken? No.
Sorry, I got some business in the fabric shop, but good luck.
Okay,
I'll
so
go with
Fabric
you.
shop.
I'll go with you.
Oh, how nice.
yeah, so
Nice.
Otto, I think you
I love
see
it.
Dagmar looks back a couple times, like, I'm running off. Is
Is
anybody
no
coming?
one gonna? We just got attacked.
Yeah,
I'm
and you're like, oh,
okay,
all right.
Maybe
all
I'm
right.
stopping twice. Like, is someone gonna come? And then I see Otto coming, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay, let's go. All right, and so you pass this area, and you see the Valieri have spread out, and they're just checking the grounds. But you blow past them; they're not concerned with you. They've had an eyewitness they trust. that you didn't start this mess. And you're in this whole sector is the market. It's massive, and you've been here several times. And there's this one shop that you remember that just had a bunch of crazy random stuff. And you think you know the way. You stop at an intersection. You've only gone like maybe 4 buildings down, and you're like, and you go left, and it's about another 3 buildings and down on your right. And again, not all of them are open yet. It's pretty early in the morning, but you do see this one, and there's all these like racks out front with all kinds of stuff. I mean, clearly 80% of it is broken junk from like first glance. But there are a couple interesting things here or there, and you see this old woman in a like almost like a rocking chair, and she's a gnome, and just sitting there, and she's chewing on something, and kind of going back and forth, just looking around, and just enjoying the sun's on her face. Go ahead. What would you like to do?
Well, I turn to Otto and I say, thank you for following. Even in my city, I already feel safer knowing that there is a powerful padlock protecting me. So that's good. Well, I can't hear.
You're muted.
Sorry.
She's like,
I say,
It's like, what? Otto going quiet?
yeah.
What?
I think you guys have missed like 2 jokes. This is
Oh
upsetting.
no! Oh no!
Congrats.
We missed gold.
Yes, I say, well, of course, given recent events, best none of us wander off alone, eh?
yes, indeed. Well, maybe you might find something interesting here for you. But I am good day, madam.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm just like, oh god. And I
Good
just,
morning to you too. And you see that she's really cute. She's like a rock gnome. So she's bald, and she's black eyes, but she has this like soft kind of pink skin, and she's just looking up at you with this cute old face, and she's like hundreds of years old, this gnome. What are you looking for today? What can I get you?
Well, me and my
Say
companion are
Say
looking
it.
for a whistle.
I'm sorry. What?
And I look back at Otto and I nudge him. I take out my little booklet where I have like a few illustrations, and I show to her just a rough illustration of this rock bird that I could not capture in the woods. What I'm thinking in my mind, but I'm saying I would like to purchase, if you have one, potentially a bird call like this for something this size. It's very big. It's 100 times bigger, of course.
I know them, of course. Let me see. And she like it takes her about like 2 minutes to actually go from seating to standing, and she kind of cracks it, and she's like, okay.
Do you need any help?
No. Where do I have? And she reaches down to this box, and she's kind of rummaging, and she's doing the Yoda thing. She's then throwing some things over her shoulder. No. Let me see. I think it's gold. Is it wood? Maybe wood. And she goes off, and she goes into the shop, and the shop is really dark. It's not one of the bigger shops. You've passed some really large shops. You've seen kind of the average size, like the Leatherworks. This one is kind of long and narrow and really dark inside, no lights at all, and just looks like it's like a pack rat dream. It's just full of shit everywhere, and she's stepping around these mounds.
My nightmare.
Yeah, or room of requirement sort of feel, just stuff piled up all over the place. And she goes to like an old chest and opens it up. Let me see. I know I've got one. I've got one. I think.
I really, really hope so.
Let me see. It was a whistle.
Part of this, Otto,
Whistle?
in all honesty, is me
whistle.
making a fool out of myself that night that I almost put us in danger, and I just want to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Well, it's very admirable. See, it's probably good for me to see someone who knows how to learn from their mistakes.
Aha! And she's coming.
Nice
This
to tell
little
the truth, I suppose.
this little hand raised, which is only about like 3.5 feet, kind of dart. You do see this object, and it does look like wood with maybe like bits of brass on it. As this thing is just kind of floating overhead her as she walks out. Whistle! I happen to have one, and I think the person I got this from, now this was 60, 80 years ago, says it works on all large flying creatures. So I don't know.
All large flying creatures.
Take a look.
And I pick it up. Otto, I mean, have you seen anything like? Would you have any understanding of this?
Let me have a little look at that, if I could.
And
Yes.
Otto, you take a look at it, and it almost looks like a miniature telescope. So it's got 2 parts, and one slides into the other. It's spherical, and it definitely has like an area that you blow into, and all these like very intricately cut holes on the top of the outer shell.
Well, I kind of.
Well, do you want it?
I don't want to use identify, but I'll try to, short of that, see if it looks like it is what she.
Yeah, roll an
Says it is.
investigation check for me.
Okay. Okay.
And I
13
kind
plus
of look
4.
around. I
17.
suppose this is like me and the
17?
lady are looking at each other.
Yeah.
You have a very beautiful dress.
I did. What?
Very. Yes, I like all the patches are very crafty.
Yeah, I did it myself. I got a lot of time
Very nice.
sitting here, and I like to mess with my hands. And
May I?
he shows up these kind of
May I?
like really gnarled old fingers. Yeah.
You don't mind.
No, wait.
And like
Wait, she's like,
using
wait.
it,
No, go ahead.
I play it as though it were an instrument. I'm like.
I'm looking around just in case.
And,
Just like, yes, it's got a nice timbre to it.
and as you're kind of like messing around with it, Otto, and you're like, trying to play it like a little flute, and almost at the end when you finish, you fully extend it out, and suddenly this sound just emanates. It's like, and it just reverberates out. And it's something about the tube and the holes and the sound like passes quickly, hitting the wall and echoes back at you very quickly. It's much louder than you expected.
And I like.
And she's like, oh,
And
I don't
like,
think I've
set
ever seen
down
it do that before. Then again, I don't think I've ever actually tried it, but.
I like set it down on the table and I like smirk over at Dagmar and I'm like, she'll take it.
Excellent.
I will take it. How did you do that?
What is it worth to you?
How much?
What's it worth? What's it worth? I got you first. What's it
I
worth
think
to
you
you?
just need to play. You need to like hit a B flat and then it sort of worked. I don't know.
Okay.
show
Well, please. And I pick it up very quickly. And I imagine I just go like there's like
Yeah.
this is really
It's like,
going to. I'm
You're not
sorry,
going to get a lower price that way, Missy.
And then I
Skeksis
kind of
appears.
like look around a little anxious, and I'm like, well, do you know, the last time I tried one of these, it actually worked on the first try. It seems like this might be a little bit broken. I think my friend here might be able to fix it, but for that, it's a bit of an inconvenience. I would say let's take off 10 gold. I'm sorry, this is. I
Do I
need
look
it
like
momentarily, and
a
this-
young little gnomeling? I'm 473. Try again. What's it worth to you? Come on.
It's a mix of brass and wood. The last one I used was only brass.
How
so
many
I would
of
say
these have you
50
seen? Oh, I
gold
bet you've
off.
never seen one like this before. Come on.
Yes, I have. My friend here can attest to it.
I do not
Oh
believe you.
yes. Wait, was
I
just-
believe
wait,
neither of you. Come on, what you got?
I think it was in Merrig. Yeah, that's what it was.
Merrig.
I mean, everyone on the street
Never heard of it.
seem to have one. I don't know. Maybe.
Everyone has one,
Yeah.
and I lost mine because a bird took it away, so I need it again. So yes, indeed, we need to leave, madam. You've been so gracious, and I love your dress. It's so beautiful. And
Wait,
I really love to be able to.
I wish you wouldn't dredge up those terrible memories I have, where one of those large bird creatures snatched up my firstborn.
Oh no. No, there, and I put just my.
Madam,
we cannot.
I thought all this time that I would be able to come in here with you, purchase the whistle, and not have to relive those terrible memories. And I guess I was under the misconception that you would be able to purchase this whistle for a reasonable price. Oh God!
I am very sorry. I have tried my very best, my friend. I cannot do
I
anything.
know you have done.
If only there would be a kind enough soul to
If
take pity on this.
if someone would understand the terrible
It was
suffering that this
dreadful. It was dreadful. That child being pulled into the air, madam.
All right. I'm impressed with the performance, if nothing else.
I need some fresh
You're
air.
making fun of him.
I need some fresh air.
It's going to be expensive. I'm going to say it's 42 gold.
We'll barely be able to part with that, but it's important for us to get his child back.
Yeah. Come on. I took 10 off for you, for your performance.
2 gold less because it's wood and brass. Please.
It's special wood
Please, the
and
man is
special
beyond himself.
brass. Or maybe I don't want to sell
your
it.
dress is patched up.
Right, so obviously I need the gold. I'm just an old lady. You're gonna stiff an old lady for a couple gold? Come on.
You guys are such hagglers.
Otto is like smoking out of a pipe in an alley. Like right as he walked out the door, he was like, ah, and just like completely dropped off the facade.
Yeah.
I look at the lady and I'm like, well, seems like you've seen quite a lot of life, and I appreciate you watching our performance. Here's 45. Please do buy yourself a dress right up the street. There's a beautiful clothing shop. Thank you. I appreciate.
Thank you, my dear.
bargain.
Thank you. Wait, help me back in my seat. Help me back in my seat.
Oh, now you need that. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right. Good day.
Have a good day.
Good day.
You as well. Watch out for birds in the sky because that was a mighty tune.
When you come out of the store, I'm like, you see some smoke billowing out from like an alleyway, and I like look over at you and I'm like, did it work?
And I just say, I raise my hands. The emotions on you, you really had me there for a moment. I wasn't quite sure if you have it in you, but well done.
Thank you. Come back. Ask for Bubble.
Thank you. Yes. Oh, that poor child. Let's go find your child. I'm so sorry, my friend. And we just.
Yes. Perhaps now that we have this whistle, at long last, there is hope. And I.
Oh boy. Well, let's hope
All
this
right.
works.
As they walk back, what are the rest of you doing?
I said, well, they've been there. I've gone I've been in the fabric store and I've just extricated myself from it. And I said, listen, I'm sorry to scare you. Really, that was, as you can imagine, an emergency, and I don't have much time.
You go right back in there.
Yeah. And then I just say, listen, I just was wondering, do you have any special fabrics? Anything very special in your store?
Yes, of course. Yes, I all of my fabrics are special.
No. I have about 2 minutes. We're going to cut to the chase on this. Nothing velvet, nothing fancy. I'm not talking about any magical fabrics.
Magical fabrics.
Yes, I don't mean to be rude. I'm very short for time and I'm leaving momentarily, but I did want to check.
I know it's magical fabrics. Well, I have fabrics that are very close to magical. Some of the finest.
Them.
Some of the finest weaves in the entire kingdom. Some from outside the kingdom. In fact, I have a few spools over here. Come over here. I can show you that are from the kingdoms that you can no longer access as from the departing. They're all gone. and she pulls out some really beautiful, it's like a silk, like a satiny silk, but like a dark platinum, really fine, beautiful cloth. It's very pretty.
Huh. Well, but no magical entity imbued in the thread. Nothing invisible. Nothing.
I
Invisible.
don't think so. No, Oh, look, I would love to tell you that there is, but I'm trying to be an honest merchant here, and I don't have magical fabric. Just
Well, then.
gorgeous fabric.
I do appreciate your honesty, madam. I'll take a reel of it just
Wait,
for
of this
honor's
one?
sake.
Of this
yes,
one?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
The whole thing?
Yes.
It was 2,000 gold for the whole thing.
Oh, never mind. I'm so sorry. I was totally wrong about that. I could never do
Would
that.
you like?
but,
Would you like a yard?
No, I don't think so. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's awkward. And I just leave.
Scurry out. Yeah. Lovely.
So
Right.
Judd,
This is a hell of a shopping trip. Yes.
so Judd, I'm either completely done or I want to ask because my notes are too confusing to find this answer.
That's
feel
okay.
like when we were in some sort of snowy climate, I like skinned an animal that I killed.
Yeah. So you have.
What kind of animal?
So you have a cape that you made from a frost giant, which is blue skin. You have a bit of a small bit. I can't remember exactly how much you took. It wasn't much of the frost drake at Makutha. That Seville has a plate from a different one, but
Here's
same
a
area.
plate of it,
Yeah, but same animal basically. You have like a piece of like a belt from the like mermaidish people, the Balikniks.
Blicknicks.
I don't know. Yeah.
And
that's
then I
what-
have my crocodile boots,
and your croc boots. Yeah.
Sergei
Which you're not wearing.
Bolitnikov.
which I'm not wearing because I'm wearing my silent boots because
Yeah,
those are
you-
my party boots. And
Yeah, you've got
we're
your
not
party
at a
boots and
party.
you've got your day, rogue
Yeah.
boots.
My day boots. Okay,
Hey.
so I briefly take, I want this to be very fast because I know we're in a rush.
Yeah.
But I imagine while all of this is happening, I like duck back into the leather workers place. And hello, hi.
It's just
Will they ever stop shopping?
never.
Oh, hi, Tabby.
Yeah. Yes.
Rodeo Drive right there.
Black Friday has come early.
Is it possible for you to take, and I imagine I like take out my like cape, frost giant cape that has been just like tied by me into
Yeah.
a cape.
Yeah.
And I'm
Not
like-
not even really kind of cleaned or anything. It's pretty nasty.
I'm like, okay, we have about 3 minutes. Can you put like a grommet in here and like clasp it in some sort of way?
Maybe like scrape off these guts right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scrape off the guts. And if you could just take a little strip enough that would fit
Oh.
around the neck of and I point at Snap.
That I can do. And I can
Right.
clean it up. This is a mess.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
All right, let me finish this. I could do that really fast. Yeah, I could do it. 10 gold. Done.
I'll give you 15 if you finish in 2 minutes.
I like it.
And ting, ting,
Likes a
ting,
challenge.
ting, ting. He's like finishing up your plate. Okay. So we'll cut ahead and say that he finishes your plate, Seville, and I'm gonna let's for giggles here. Hold on.
Hey, Tabby, look at this dagger I got.
Okay.
That's a nice dagger. Look at this dagger that I got. And I like present it and it's either like really shitty and I don't know, or it's like magical and we
Where'd you
haven't
get that?
identified it yet.
Where'd you get it?
Oh, I just got it off of a friend.
Oh, one of those
Friends.
friends.
Yeah.
Aha! I'm done.
And he hands the stuff over. And he's like,
I think that was less than 2 minutes.
It was very fast. Here's 15 gold. Thank
Oh,
you so much.
Thank you.
So go ahead and mark that off. And you now have a cape. He quickly cleaned the guts and all the other crap off of it, and he even put a liquid on the back. You see, just sealing the leather, and quickly hammered in the grommet, and it is exactly as specified. And Seville, he gives you the plate. The holes are beautifully carved in there, and it is ready to be worked together. So
I
nice.
immediately put it on and I put the hood up, and I imagine now I'm always wearing this dope blue cape with the hood.
that okay, like we're gonna have to redo your mini, because
Such fashion.
Have to read your mini.
yeah.
And then I take the little strip that I wanted him to cut off at the end, and I just like wrap it around and tie it on Snack's neck so that we're matching.
Oh, that is okay. All right, I'm making a note because now I have to add a collar for Snack. Snack collar.
Adorable.
Frost giant skin. I love it.
You're making work for us.
I know.
Wow.
All right, Tabs, I love
Hey,
it.
that was worth the money, honey.
Yeah. Hood and cape. Okay. All right.
15
So-
gold for armor, 45 gold for a whistle.
You got
Yep.
taken. No.
Can I just say that, like, Dagmara, like, doing the thing I do at TJ Maxx, which is like, there's a scuff I found on this, and
Yeah.
I get 10% off. Like, I
Nice dress.
We need a manager on aisle 2.
Yeah.
You know
wait,
what, Dagmara?
wait.
I don't know if paying 45 gold for the whistle or however much gold that you gave 2 diamonds for somebody.
A bag of diamonds.
Stop it.
A bag
A
of diamonds.
bag of diamonds to the dude
Diamonds
selling meat
start.
on the side of the
I will
road.
find this man again, and I'll duel him.
Yeah. You kill him and you'll take back
Down a little bit.
what you gave him. That's very nice.
We gotta get you straightened out.
I
Hilarious.
hope he has made a whole army and the whole castle that we can approach and one day make
You
him our
never
ally.
know. You never know. That dude might come
the
back.
classic
Jed,
girl
wink, wink.
that, like, used to have her dad's credit cards, and so money meant nothing, and then suddenly, like, it's actually her money, and she's like the cheapest on earth. Like, she,
It's
you
like
know, like,
Schitt's Creek.
now that she understands
Yeah.
the value of a dollar.
Totally.
I'm Alexis. I'm Alexis from Schitt's Creek.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
like, I wanted the whistle.
David.
That's all. David.
David.
Like for real, David. That was my yogurt after my run. Okay.
All right.
Bag
So,
of diamonds for the baby.
what,
Okay, so
what are y'all
I
doing?
imagine we're
Okay.
now hightailing it out of the city because I pretty much think that we're being hunted by necromancers and like
mean,
Yeah, I
That's
love
pretty
that
common.
we were attacked and we were like, whew, you guys want to shop for a couple hours?
Let's go.
Let's blow up some steam.
That's where the best deals are after
What?
a crisis, you know.
After a necromancer melts in the street,
Yeah.
I mean,
Liquidation.
20%
Yeah,
off everything,
like-
y'all.
I like shopping is just
After
like
catastrophes,
my way of
go on vacation.
self-soothing. Yeah.
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 healthy. Sounds healthy.
Get over it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so capitalist of us. Like,
I'm
we're
ready
so
to go.
American.
Yeah.
The
So,
Azley economy, right?
So we'll make our
do we
way to the
know-
cutters.
Do we know where we're going?
Yes.
yeah, well, yeah.
Where?
Well, it depends
swamp?
where you're going. Seville, are you gonna? Are you leading him?
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
I want to say something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Now that I'm done shopping, I
Okay,
want to
Sauce.
cast Detect Portal.
Oh.
Yes, just so y'all know, that's what
Okay.
I'm doing right
All
now.
right.
That's what's up.
I love it because so many D&D people say that is such a useless thing, and it's so critical to our campaign. It's been so key that you took
Literally.
this. Yeah, I love it. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
It's within 1 mile, I believe, right?
Yeah, yeah. So,
So hold on, I gotta look at my map.
all right.
I'm gonna say off the
29
bat, I can
portals.
tell you that yes, you detect one. I just want to see
Well,
how many you
Rigel
did.
told us we could use a portal that's here if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where we're going to the cutters.
Yeah. So that's
More
well,
shopping.
Rigel told you something, and Lurar said something else too.
Laura
Seville.
said something too. Yeah.
Okay, so you're over here in the market district, and let me check the scale. So that is the only, you only detect one.
Okay. And where is it?
So it's deeper into the market.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll roughly know the direction. You'll be able to sense and head that direction.
Okay, so I see Seville Do I see him?
Yeah, you're all
Handy?
together.
There's the 2 shots. I said, Seville, listen. I think we need to bounce out of here as fast as possible to someplace random. And there's a portal nearby, so I think we should all use it.
Well, do we know where the portal goes? I thought we were
No.
going to Pelkey.
No, but the good thing is they won't know either.
Oh, all right. I'd like to have a conversation about that before
Yes.
going and jumping into a random portal. But
Why is everybody so afraid of portals? I studied them when I was coming.
I'm all for portals if I know where they're going.
Can I be honest?
Yes.
One, I feel a little bit queasy after I go through one. I can't be the only one.
No, but I do
All
know
right.
a good breathing technique that helps with that. I learned it from my tutor. So,
Okay,
Baby.
well,
Okay.
I'm consider me open to that. But
Right.
Okay.
secondly, I think Seville does make a rather astute point. Notice that our mini foes, be they the necromancers or their minions, they are very skilled at using portals, as evidenced in the attack that happened to us just moments ago, and in previous encounters we've had with them. So, if we interact with portals ourselves, we are essentially playing in their domain, mind you.
but then again, did you see us just now? We were pretty badass. I don't
You
really.
mean when we were shopping, or
Just before that.
The deals we made?
Oh, I
Amazing.
was personally not badass at all.
Deals
While
are
shopping.
great, though.
So
You were a
good.
badass, Arisette, yes.
I mean, I got a buckler shield I'm going to put
hey,
together.
good.
Yeah.
Could we say that in the time it took us to shop, I could have cashed in a short rest to heal back my some health here?
Well, I'm going to say, so the guy said it was going to be
Suggestions
about 20 minutes to do his shield. So I'm going to say you're kind of like halfway through a short rest, depending on what you all do from this point on. Timeline. Yeah, I'd say you're getting pretty close because you guys also walked off and did your
Bargained.
shopping with
Well, maybe if we're
Dagmara.
pretty close, we'll just.
If you're
we
just
can
gonna, if you're not
rest
gonna
a
do
bit
anything
longer.
else from this point, except, well, you tell me what you're gonna do, and I'll let you know if you can get a short
Well,
rest in.
I'm going to walk towards the cutter to see if maybe Arisette's portal is in the same direction or as the cutter's.
Okay.
Wait. You're going to decide whether to use the portal, whether it's on your way to your buckler? That's the criteria with
No,
which you're making a choice?
I have a buckler, but I'm not. That's in my bag. But I'm going to go to. The
I have a
cutters.
question.
I have to
Question.
check in. I have to check in. I was
Okay,
told
while
to
you're
go
doing
there
that-
before we leave, so I
Okay,
want to see what
okay.
that's about.
Okay.
And my question is there, Judd, around any sort of an artist, illustrator, any craftsman in terms of visual arts?
Group photo. I love it, Dagmara.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, all right. So I'm gonna say
Commemorative.
nobody's really
Commemorative
saying
Azley.
it, but I'm gonna say you're all in motion, and Seville, you're gonna be kind of leading them. Maybe you and Arisette. As Arisette, you're tracking the portal, and Seville, you actually, Seville, don't know your way through the city, but you know what you're looking for. So you either
I know
need
it's
to.
here in the marketplace, right?
You know it's in the marketplace. You know it's next to a magic shop,
Yeah.
and it's close to the lake. So there's a lake that was called like a tourist attraction in the market, and it's just off the lake. So I don't know if you're going to be asking for directions, but as you're all walking, you're seeing all manner of stalls in this market. I mean, essentially anything that you want. You go past a wine merchant, you go past multiple weaponsmiths, other armor smiths.
Go past an elfish merchant woman who has a blue tent with a bunch of bullshit and potted plants.
Not yet. She's on the other side of the lake, but you're walking that direction. At least, well, maybe you are. We'll see.
I'll say Dagmara, I'm looking for, and I'll just relay it to Dagmara. This is what I'm looking for here.
Oh, Dagmara, you do know it. So
Yes,
it is over by the lake. It is
it is over by the lake.
It's a very popular magic shop. Very, very busy.
Very popular magic shop.
Yes, and
Very
it's got a crazy name. I can't remember off the top of my head.
It has
It's
a crazy name that I cannot remember.
yeah. You, Dagmara, you don't even remember the full name. You call it Majurkas. Okay.
I think it's something like Majurka. Sure, because
I love
And I
visiting
Let's
Marley.
just
very
go.
quickly toss my new dagger to Dagmara, and I say, "Get this identified at the magic shop." Arisette, come with me.
Will do.
And I like grab Arisette, and we head off towards the other side of the lake.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you're not there yet. Hold on. But hold
That's
that.
what I want to happen when we get there.
Got
okay?
it. Dagmara, yes, there are like street artists that you come upon. You see quite a few. Some working in like charcoal. Some have basically like kind of oils and are doing just quick art pieces and putting them, leaning up against the other stalls, and selling them. What would you like to do?
Okay. Hello. I have a very, very quick request. This might sound very egotistical, but if I was to ask you to draw a portrait of myself, could you deliver it to somebody?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
He lives in the city.
Of course.
Okay.
I do it all the time.
And just one more thing, and I lean in to whisper, and I'll text you what I whispered.
Okay.
And then it's like a long, long, long whisper.
Uh-huh.
Is that possible?
Yeah. With having no idea what it is, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
I mean, I can pretty much,
it's
I can
possible.
pretty much do anything. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how do I? What do I?
Well, how do you want to be? You want to be as you are, head on? How classical? I mean, what kind of vibe you going for?
Yes, just whatever it is you do. Put more of a smile on the face.
Happy. Yeah.
Happy.
That's
the word. Yes.
I like that. I like
Sure,
happy.
thank you.
Yeah. Is that like a strange word for you?
Right.
Is that not? You're not a happy?
No.
No? Okay. Hey, look, I don't mean to
Just,
pry. I can make you happy.
I don't have to.
So,
Please.
yeah, hold on. And he grabs a fresh canvas and he paints with his fingers. And it's incredible.
And I'm
He's a
looking
finger
around.
painter.
It's incredible.
Beautiful.
Because you look at
I'm looking around like I
you
don't
look
want
at the
my
other
friends to
and their portraits.
see.
There are portraits that are just like they're stunning, like really, realism, which is kind of like unknown of in this time, and he's super fast. And you see different paints on different fingertips, and he's just like dips in.
Oh
it's like,
wow! Oh my
he's just looking at you,
Beautiful.
and it's like
Wow.
barely touching the paint, just mixing. Okay, and you see, you kind of look. The rest of you look over. You see her face is forming, and it's just like speed painting with fingers, and it's ridiculously good.
He's like Bob Ross.
Oh
on
my gosh!
cocaine.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a performance check for him just to see. Literally not 20. So this is how good this guy
Oh,
I
is. This is
love
how good
it.
this guy is.
There
Okay.
you go.
Right.
Yeah. So like 7 minutes later,
okay.
he turns it around. His fingers all covered in paint, and it is a beautiful. And it's like shoulder
Wow.
forward, kind of looking over, and there's just a light. There's like a sparkle in your eyes and a beautiful smile. You're not even recreating this, and yet he's just imagining it. And so, how's this?
That's perfect. Thank you. Can you write this on the back? To keep the memory fresh for when the long journey wipes them away.
Oof, it's heavy.
And
Okay.
could you deliver it to Dr. Zaki Paterno?
Yeah. 10
Thank
gold.
you. And how about the other commission that I?
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't see my messages come in. Hold on. I was channeling my artist, dude.
No, dude, that was
And I
beautiful.
loved him.
Yeah, let me just make
That's
a.
beautiful.
Yeah, and so as you're saying that, he kind of puts it aside, and yeah, let me just. I think I can do one more thing. And he like cleans his fingers off on this old rag, throws it down, pulls out another one, and he's like.
Can you? Wow.
Yeah, do you want it now, or?
I would love it if that's possible.
Yeah. Everybody, thank you. He's just like, for a second, everybody turns and looks at him, and he's like, uh-huh. And just scans each one of your faces like so quickly, and just
And I'm like, oh, this guy give it away.
another like maybe now like it's another 10 minutes. You guys are all Chad, Otto, short rest, dude. Anybody else? Short rest.
Nice.
And he turns it to you, Dagmara, and it is so cool. You guys are all standing around. You're not like touching or like hanging out together. You're just all kind of just randomly standing there. And he turns it around, and it's just this like perfect group of friends, close, with Snack and Tabitha in the front and the rest of you in the back, and everybody is has like a happy but like a tough adventure kind of air and look on their face. It's pretty fucking badass.
That's dope.
That's pretty rad. I love it.
Is perfect.
I wonder
could
who's
you
going to
put,
do that for us.
A pastry in her hand, and I point to Tabby. A pastry in her hand, not the hand that's holding the cat. And his mustache is longer, definitely longer, just a little bit, if you don't mind. The feather on his hat,
Notes, huh? Okay.
more bombastic. Her curls and the gleam in her eye, almost like a flame in her eye. I'm sorry, I'm not telling you how to do your job. I know them, and they are crazy.
Okay.
And
you get a couple revisions for this price, so yeah.
Oh, can you make her look towards the guy with the hat? Yes. Perfect.
Sure. He's like, uh-huh. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, here you go.
Wow. Oh, I'll keep it forever for myself. Just kidding.
I got nothing.
So, well, here's 20 gold. Thank you
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
for your services.
Yeah. Hey.
All right.
Smile. All
Spending
right.
our coin.
You got to smile. You smile and you get happier. There you go. That one's free. And he picks up another, and he starts doing
Thank you.
just random. Okay. All right, y'all. So
Have a good day.
as you mark your short rests and recover any hit points for a couple of you that got damage, you see ahead of you, you kind of can break out of this dense part of the market, and you see there's a large oval lake in front of you, and it's kind of one of those things where you see these little boats on the lake, and there are some couples and there's some like family people that are going out there, and it's pretty good sized artificial lake here in the middle of this elevated crazy city that is Azley. And on the far side over the lake you see this more market. There is a blue tent, Tabitha, that because you're looking for it, you spot that right away. But on this side you see a massive storefront. It's like a 2-story large building. It's all been painted over in the front in this brilliant purple with all of these like gold runes all over it, and the name you all read as Middle Majorca's Most Magnificent Magical Emporium. And as Seville, you know that's where you're supposed to go, and Arisette, you're detecting the portal very close. And as you all make your way that direction, we're going to take a quick break. So, thank you to our new followers. Thank you to our multiple raids tonight. It's been super fun so far. We're going to get just a drink refresh, something to eat, come right back. I do want to say that we are going to have a pretty big giveaway going on in 2 weeks on Black Friday. So make sure you stay involved and hang in there for more details. We'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. Thank you very much.
See you in a bit.
And there we go. Hello, sorry about a little extra break, but thank you all for hanging in there with us. We are all fueled up and ready for the second half of this thing.
So ready.
Before we jump in, I do want to say, if you missed at the beginning, we're doing a Q&A next week, next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific. So come hang out with us and ask us all your questions and just come have a good time with us. We're looking forward to it. All right, you all. So
Ask me anything.
anything. Nothing's off the table. That's not true.
Nothing's
Be
off limits,
but you know
man.
what I mean. All right, so you're all standing in front of this ludicrously purple storefront. Middle Majorca's most magnificent magical emporium. You can see it's all, and now it's about, it's about 11 in the morning, and there are a lot of people inside. You could see that this place seems to be like half magic shop and half kind of like a fun place for people to go. Look, there's all kinds of like cool stuff on the walls. And there are families in there, people just looking at stuff. There's a lot of action and activity. And you're all standing out front, so tell me what you'd like to do.
So that's when I do the move I had previously alluded to, where I hand over the new dagger that I just got, and I say, Dagmara, please get this identified. Arisette, come with me.
Will do. Nice.
And we
nice
head off
throwback
towards
there.
the blue.
Okay. Oh, you're heading off towards, thank you, to the blue tent on, okay, so you're not going into the magic shop. Got it.
No.
Got it. Okay.
Unless, Arisette could object, but that's
No. What is it? What is it, Tabby? What are you up to?
Okay, so we have to be a bit sneaky, but I got a bit of a tip earlier.
Oh, okay.
There is a woman inside of this tent who basically this whole thing is a front for the Arcara, which is a thieving group. Is that correct? Yes. Okay.
You got it.
And there's some
Right here, this.
there's some sort of like special
Yeah, you're all there.
rapier that we're gonna try to ask her about and try to get some information.
Wait, did you say the Akira?
Yeah.
You know, the Falir was said to dissolve all of them, the Melumenar, the Akira, or the Akira was the last one that was left. Remember, Tabitha, when we went into the cutter?
Right.
That written in blood was the beginnings of Akira. But it just seems like they didn't have the power to pull that off. I wonder, just be very, very careful. I don't know who you got that from, but I wouldn't be surprised it was some kind of trap or something. Just be careful.
A trap? Well, where did you get the tip, Tabby?
From like this guy I met in the alleyway. He seemed great. He was another thief.
Oh, a guy in an alleyway who's a known thief. Well, everyone, relax. There couldn't be...
Okay, well, you like me and I'm a thief, so...
Wait, so instead of like getting his number or some way of staying in touch with him, you just
What is
traded...
this number you speak of?
I thought you were flirting in that alleyway. I had no idea
I was flirting and he gave me information as a part of his flirt, okay? And the information discusses some sort of special magical rapier. Don't you guys want magical items here?
Yeah.
Am I hearing
here.
this or am I inside?
We're all
You
here,
see,
I
you're
guess.
all standing out front
We're
of
all there right
Majorca's,
now.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, but who would say, how much did you pay for this magical rapier thing?
I didn't pay for the magical rapier. I am going to discuss the magical rapier with this elfish woman who works at this cast the lake, blue tent, bullshit on the table. That's all I remember, okay?
All right.
How harmless can she be if she's the little old lady with bullshit on the table? I'm in. I'm
All
going
right,
with you.
just be careful.
We're going
because-
to be careful in the first sense of danger. I mean, we will have Snack with us. We can go
All right.
mount him and mount her and just take off.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Tabby,
Okay. Well, look.
is
If we
there-
don't come back in 10 to 15 minutes,
We'll come
Sybil,
after you.
come after us. Okay.
All right, we'll be
Okay. I
right
like that. See, we've got some backup.
And
guys are
get that
splitting up,
dagger
huh?
identified.
And
Yes.
get your dagger, because I have to get mine identified too. 10 minutes, and then we're right
10
behind you.
minutes and then we'll
10
reconvene.
minutes.
You know, it might be worth noting that 10 minutes is precisely the amount of time it would take for me to identify a dagger.
Great.
Oh.
Well, you
I
can
mean,
someone
it's
can
It's meant to
Well,
be.
that's pretty easy, and I suppose I don't have to pay you any money, given that you did take about 150 of mine last night. Here you are.
do. Ooh.
She's not bitter.
Zinger. And then we walk away.
Cool.
Otto, how many items can you do at the same time?
Only one.
He was paid a lot of money last night, so maybe quite a few.
Well, I'm gonna go look for this cutter and perhaps get this dagger of
This
mine
cutter.
identified in there
So
while
we're
they're
going in
off.
3 directions.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Seville,
like the
Seville,
four horses of the apocalypse
I
minus
think,
one.
Seville, I think you would handle this differently. Can you roll a history check for me?
Wait, can I do a what?
History. Because Peter doesn't seem to remember all of this information. I want to see if Seville does. And maybe he doesn't. We'll
Look,
see.
there's a chance that there's additional information in here, but
Probably.
Well, what I remember is that the Falir were going to take over had taken over the Sumrock and the Sumrock had taken over the Falir. Sorry, Sumrock have taken over the Falir and the Malumenar. The only one left, which is why I was trying to get through Sval to get a meeting with the Akira, is to let them know that the Sumrock were coming for them. So when I heard Tabby say Akira, and they seemed to be framed in the cutters, or they may have done it. So yeah, but 11.
This sounds like it may be nothing more than the constant infighting of rival thieves' guilds.
Yeah, so...
It just seems like a trap. And
So,
I would
Seville,
caution
you remember
against
all
going.
that stuff very
Yeah.
well. So you're right. All that information is correct about Amal for the Sumrock was staging a bit of a coup and
Right.
joining 3 of the 4 major thieving guilds together, and the Alkera were the last ones that had not joined and seemed to have started to vanish from Vorden when all this was going down. And yes, Sval was looking into it for you, though you never really got to connect with her on that. But you're also remembering, I'd say it's good enough to also know that the moment you go to the cutters is when you're leaving, and was very explicit to go there last. So that's...
Yeah. Okay,
So-
okay, got it.
So
Okay.
are you still going without your whole party?
To the cutters? No, I'm not
Okay.
going to go that then.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that.
So Tabby, you're going to go off to that tent. Is anybody going with Tabby? The rest of you going inside Majurka's?
I'm going with you, Tabby.
Okay. All right. You two are off.
Remember
okay.
the buddy system, everyone.
Smart.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's like going to the bathroom. Like never go alone.
as we're walking over, I
guys are
lean
just like-
over to Arisette and I'm like, okay, I really need you to promise me that you are going to let me do all of the talking in there. I want you to just keep in mind like an essence of silence and even keep your hood drawn. We're just going to be mysterious and silent, but like have your weapons ready, but just please don't say anything.
That's a hard one for me.
I know, but this is
I-
a good practice.
I really like you, and I'm in it for you. But that one, I don't know if I can promise that.
Can you please just try? You might be in for a special magical rapier at the end of the
Okay. I promise. Wow, that's gonna be okay. I'm gonna practice being silent. Okay.
Okay, great.
It's not going to work. Yeah.
I feel like I took the #1 best person with me to this.
What could go wrong? All right. And I think we're going to stay with you two, actually, before we go into the craziness that is Majurka's. And so you had heard this kind of whimsical music coming out of the magic store, but as you move away, it drifts off. And you make your way around this large lake, and you see there's equivalent of like
You're
a boat.
cutting in and out again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Walk away from the DM, you don't really hear him anymore.
Yeah, and the DM
Right.
fades off
There
into
you
the
go.
background. Is it better now?
You got it.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
you're good.
All right, I
Yeah.
think I found the fix. I don't know why I have to do
Volume?
it, but whatever. No,
That's
not volume. No, that's my software mixer, but that's fine.
Okay.
All right. So as you make your way around this really cool lake, again, it's quite large. There's the equivalent of a boathouse there, and you see a whole bunch of these small little, basically rowboats that you can rent out, and there are several on the water, and people are out there rowing, enjoying this beautiful sunny day. And there are merchants all around there selling food and drink, and you even see some drunk people out on the water because drinking and boating always happens. And
Yep.
yeah, I mean,
Although it's so ill-advised.
it's very
it does
ill-advised, but
constantly happen.
don't do it, but it happens. And you make your way around, and you see that there's some tents over here. There are some buildings. It doesn't seem like this is kind of the nicer area of the market on the far side of this lake. You're starting to see a little bit more like discount, like used weapons and used armor and travel clothes that are not fashionable at all. It's just very utilitarian. Even some just like kind of whatever standard stuff that you might need for household stuff. And as you make your way down, you see the building and the tent that you're looking for, and you indeed see a whole bunch of these different glass objects with these like almost like air plants or other little plants that have been put inside. There's spheres, there's squares, there's some colored glass in there as well. All kinds of like, that crap that you see at some malls. Unless you like that sort of thing, in which case they're awesome. And you see,
I am like loving it.
which, by the way, I know this is like.
I'm like,
Lazar's like, yeah, we'll get some of those, and we'll have them in the merch store. And you see in the back of this tent is this half elven woman who is looking extremely bored. And she's just got like a dagger out, and she's kind of just spinning it around, and putting it away and pulling it out and spinning it around. And she sees you. Hey, yes, good morning.
Morning.
Plants? Would you like some plants?
I think one of us may want some plants, and the other, myself, would like to. And then I just like pet, snack.
And she's eyeing the giant cat with you.
I'm like, just like to discuss perhaps some other matters with you. And I'm like eyeing around to see if there's anyone hidden. I heard Seville loud and clear when he said this could be a trap.
Do a perception check for me.
Okay. Okay, that was a 16.
Everyone get your Admiral Akbar memes ready.
That's right.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
16 plus 5.
Okay. So
Nice.
you look around, and even looking outside, you don't see anybody. Nobody else that looks suspicious. I mean, there are a lot of people around, but nobody that looks suspicious. Nobody looks like they're laying in ambush. There's nothing inside the shop. However, as you start looking around and petting your ferocious cat, you can see the woman, her whole aspect changes, and she just tenses up, and she flips the dagger over, and she's holding it now in a combative kind of format, kind of like, and now she's looking around like, what the fuck's going on here? And she's just, what exactly are you here for?
Well, and I like get close to her and I'm speaking kind of like hushed tones, and I'm like, I come in peace, and I hear you may have some information about a magical rapier. And then, Judd, could I say magical rapier in Thieves' Cant so that I
Yeah, you can. Yes, you
very
can.
cool.
There's my little Tabitha. Yeah, do it. So
Nice.
I don't
Yeah.
know what that would sound like.
just you could do. I mean, you can either speak it. You can use hand language. I mean, it's however you want to. Like, how kind of secret do you want to make it?
I feel like she's trying to do like a flourish of the hands, because
Yeah.
she's got rings on. She's trying to really just. And then she like looks back at her.
And she's like she relaxes like a hair, and quickly back to you, her hands. And you know that means, which group are you with?
And then I say something like, flying solo.
All right. Roll persuasion for me. actually. I'm gonna
And
roll.
maybe after I do my flying solo move, I also like flick my dope new cape to
Yeah.
the side and just kind of put my hand on my rapier, and I'm assuming that on my belt I also have my blink dagger and another
Yeah.
dagger, and I'm not like I'm just like weaponed up.
Yeah, you are. You're kind of, I
I'm
mean, even
like
though you're
flying solo.
small, you've got this giant cat next to you. You're armed to the teeth. You're a little intimidating.
Oh, I love it.
yeah.
I'm hearing like wow, 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 wow.
Okay, so I didn't roll great. What was that? Deception? What was I
No,
rolling?
no. Persuasion, because you're not lying.
Persuasion.
You're-
Okay, 6
Yeah.
plus 3, 7, 8, 9. That's 9.
Okay, 9. Okay. Luckily, she really seems shrewd because she rolled a nat 20 on her insight, so she sees into your soul, Tabitha.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, but you can see that she kind of looks at you and she looks at Arisette, who's like genuinely focused on the plants.
On the plan.
And she's like, okay, yeah, all right. And she relaxes. Her shoulders drop, and she spins the dagger on her fingers, you know, and the last second she slams it down into her sheath. Okay, I think we can deal.
Okay, good woman.
So you hear about the thing. So things have changed a bit. I don't know how much you've heard, but I was selling an expedition that I was leading, but there's some heat that's come down, and I'm not doing that anymore. I'm selling information of its whereabouts, and then I'm leaving.
Okay, well, I would like information. How much is it going to cost?
It's going to cost a lot, but judging by that fancy cape you've got, you can afford it. And before I even tell you the price, let me tell you what I know about this thing. This is not your normal magical sword, not your just shiny, ever sharp sort of thing. This
And
is
I would like to, as she starts talking,
Yeah.
kind of like just very briefly glance back at Arisette, because I know that Arisette has like those elven ears and can hear all these details and has a better memory and better note taking than I.
okay.
But I imagine that I would hope that she's just going to be innocently plant shopping still.
I'm gonna say, actually, Arisette, I'm not going to tell you what you're doing. What are you doing?
I am very interested in these little tchotchkes. And also quite aware I'm allowed to say 0, and ears are like so perked. They're just like at 100% attention. But the more I'm curious to listen, the more I'm focusing on the tchotchkes, like as if I were really fucked up on pot and I was spending about 5 hours looking at the tchotchke. Like that's how much I'm channeling my desire to speak and my desire to listen and not look like I'm listening into these tchotchkes. That's what I'm doing.
pot.
Say tchotchkes one more time.
It's on the list of my favorite words.
Can I get
You can
one
ask
more
me a Q&A.
Just come on.
I have
Get-
several words.
hit us with it. Hit us with it.
I really love it.
Just one more tchotchke.
Tchotchkes. Tchotchkes.
Okay, so the
So-
rapier whereabouts.
I'm not telling you that yet. And let me tell you what. And then you tell me if you have interest, and then we can talk price. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I have very reliable sources. And I can tell you a lot of people have died to bring me this information. I had to do it. A lot of Bothans died. I mean, sorry, Star Wars happens. This is something that it's not only pre-departing, this is from the Wither Age. This is thousands of years old and is more than likely a deity weapon.
Okay.
So, I can tell you on my honor, which I know doesn't stretch very far, that this information is reliable. It is where I say. I would go and lead myself, but if you're in the know, and it looks like you are, even though you do fly solo, that there's been a bit of a shakeup with some of the guilds, and let's just say it's about time for me to leave the kingdom.
Well, if you have any, if you need any suggestions about leaving the kingdom, I have some great recommendations nearby.
Like where?
Well, what are you in the mood for? I would recommend not a snowy environment. I mean, I feel like it's kind of a downer. There's a lovely town called Merrick. It's kind of like a vacation destination. It's really idyllic.
Yeah, no, I know Merrick. It's in the kingdom, so.
There's nothing.
Oh, you
to
mean
do
out of the
there.
kingdom? Okay, well, we can also talk about a different land, maybe. Let me see if I have some more information.
Let's see. Yeah, indeed. So, this is a very special blade. This is something that everyone would want. I just am limited on who I trust to take it to. Otherwise, this would be worth 20,000 gold pieces easy to the kingdom. Obviously, I don't have it. I don't have time to go get it. I'm leaving. So, I'm selling it to the first taker, and I've gotten a bunch of very low ball offers that I'm not taking. I want 1,000 gold for the information. I'll lead you right to it. Take it or leave it.
Let me check my gold. Okay. All right. I might take it, but I want to tell you this. If you are trying to leave the kingdom, I might have some insight as to where you can go in a nearby land.
If you have legitimate information that I ascertain, and I warn you, I'm very good at sniffing out the truth. But if I believe it and it's helpful, I will lower the price.
Okay, my next question is, do you want to continue a lifestyle that you've become accustomed? Would you like to continue? And I do like the sign for thieving.
Right.
Or do you want to become an honest woman? And I like glimmer back towards Arisette.
Just like Miss Wholesome. Honestly, my focus right now is, and she hands, staying alive.
And so then I go, and I'm like trying to sign for Arisette to come over and join the conversation.
Yes.
And I say, okay, for 600 gold less, I can offer you a safe place to go in Faerun.
Faerun.
Faerun. So
I've never heard of it.
Well, you haven't heard much here on Necroly, have you?
I mean, no, I've heard of a lot actually, but I've never heard of Faerun. Cut to
I
it.
bet you don't know anything about your history.
You're not there. Get out of here.
Just shut down. That was like, you just powered off.
I say that in passing as I disappear.
Otto's face just floats.
Head, like one of those
I happen
conscience
to
bubbles.
I happen to be, just there for but a fleeting moment.
That'd be so funny. Just walk by the tent. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so I'm like, okay, Faerun is a nearby land. It has, I come from a thieving background, and
Obviously.
and but so there's lots of conflict amongst our group. However, Arisette here, my dear friend and colleague, may be able to help you in her own home kingdom.
Let me tell you what I know, which is there are no lands outside of Anacroli.
Sorry, that's so false. I'm so sorry they keep telling you that, but that's just not accurate.
Okay. And she leans forward and really quickly she pulls her dagger out again, and she puts it right under your chin, and you hear Snack. Are you talking about through the cloud? Through the storm?
And I like turn
Are
to
you
Arisette
are you
and
part
I'm
of all
like,
that?
Yes.
Have
so
you?
there's
Do you
a
know how to
big
get?
storm.
Do you know how to get through it? And she presses the blade up just a little bit into your, under your mouth.
Well, all we did is just hold on tight.
Wait,
and-
you're from outside?
Don't tell anyone. You're like advertising all of this. We're trying to be discreet here.
She pulls back the blade, puts it away. Okay.
Also, Arisette, you can talk now. I need your help.
Oh, thank God. That was so much difficult. Like, oh.
Great work. Really nicely.
Okay, I'm a bit confused and scared about what's happening here. I can also tell.
No, it's just I normally talk a lot, and she had given me a personal challenge of actually not, and I took the challenge.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. So you're part of the crew that everyone's looking for, the people that came from outside. You're what Amal's using to conquer the other guilds. You're extremely valuable.
And I take my dagger out, and I
No,
hold it
don't
up
worry. Don't
this
worry.
lady's chin, and I
Don't
say,
no, don't worry. I'm not going to turn you in. I'm not interested in that money. I'll just let you know you might want to be quiet about that.
Well, we
I'll
were
give you
trying.
I'll give you information for 600 gold, and then I gotta get the hell out of here. I can't
Okay,
do it for less than 600 because that's what I need to live.
I'll pay you 600. When you go to Faerun, you're gonna go to the kingdom where Arisette is from. And Arisette, what can this lady say so that she can remain safe there?
No one has ever been able to get through from our side.
That's
what.
actually not correct. They're telling you lies.
Okay, well that starts to make sense of what Amal's up to if it's actually true. Okay, tell me quickly. I'll give you information, and I want to get out of here.
Well, okay. What's your name?
Wait, oh, it's Jana.
Jana. My kingdom's really exclusive, and we have a really high bar for who gets into our kingdom. And in fact, part of the reason I came here to
All right,
this
you know what?
kingdom is
You
to
know
make
what?
sure
Okay.
only.
You know what? I don't give a shit anymore. My patience is wearing thin.
Pat, you don't have like a magical word you could say. You're not trying to relay an information that you're safe to your family. Come on.
I mean, I'm willing to deal, but
I've always made my own way.
Prove yourself.
Don't worry. 600 gold. Give it. I want to get. I'll give you the directions. I'm getting out of here.
And I take 200 gold, and I just give it to Tabitha, and I'm like, I'd really rather give her the money. If you don't mind.
Okay, so I give her Arisette's 200 and then an additional 400 to me.
What's the negotiating strategy called where you just wear someone down to the point where they're like losing their mind?
Oh, that's my strategy. That's
it's
the thing
working.
I always
It's
do.
working. This poor half elf. All right, listen. Okay, so you go to Pelkey, down in the swamp. South of Pelkey, you follow the smallest river. There will be 2 forks in the river. Stay to the left on each one. And that's many miles down this river. You will see a rock. It's vaguely in the shape of a skull. The entrance is on the far side opposite the river. There is a chamber down below that stone, and the sword is there.
Okay, you went really fast. I had you at Pelkey down in the south. And
Pelkey,
then
down south. We're going to go to the smallest
And you see,
river.
she
There's 2
turns and
forks
she's like
stay
grabbing
left.
her stuff now, and like she's got her pack she's putting on. She's got her bow, her rapier, and she's. You good?
Good luck in Faerun.
Yeah.
Go to the swamps if you want privacy, but maybe some danger.
I'm so sorry to do this, but then I shoot her in the back.
What?
I feel
What?
terrible.
My cold hard
Why?
bitch I've always wanted.
I'm sorry, but
Why?
Wow. Okay. Well, go ahead and roll an attack.
Even Otto wouldn't approve of this.
Just can't risk it.
What?
Wow.
Character arcs.
That would be a 17.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on.
Oh shit.
I'm so confused.
I'm
Wow.
18. I apologize. 18.
That is wild sauce.
That is wild sauce. Living up to the name.
That's some murder sauce right there.
That is. You're supposed to be innocent. Shooting somebody in the back.
Level of
I've
spice.
got to protect my.
All right.
I've got to protect my thing. I
Alignment
gotta.
of change.
All right. Yeah,
Alignment
no
change.
doubt.
No. This was very risky. This lady is not to be trusted. She's loose lips. She'll tell you anything for 400 gold. Like, this is not good.
Arisette,
killing her.
roll your damage, please. And
Poor woman.
And I'm
Today
shocked,
was the
and I'm
day.
letting this unfold, but I am happy if this woman gets up and survives. I'm right there with a blink dagger in one hand and a rapier in the other to just.
okay.
Okay,
with you?
that's a 9 of damage.
Okay. All right. Okay.
How are we looking? Is she dead?
She
dead yet?
Cold-blooded murder.
she is not dead.
Got the information.
Today.
Arisette, as
I want
you
it to be very quick and clean.
Don't you have 2 attacks?
yeah.
Yeah. I will use if necessary.
No, you're not helping.
No,
Peter,
she
listen to
is still
you.
up. Arisette, she is still up. I mean, she's.
Did I
she's like-
gotta.
Listen.
Okay,
listen
my
to me.
Okay,
mistake
hold on,
was
hold on.
going for the back. I should have gone for the head. I
if you're
pulled
gonna
my
do
other
chaos,
arrow,
right.
and I.
Yeah, I mean,
immediately-
she's definitely hurt, and she's like, you could right in the like it passed. It probably missed the heart, and the bolt has passed through the chest.
Oh,
As you do that, you feel this intense burning pain in your chest, and you see
Called
this
guilt?
light
Called evil.
coming out from between, like from your like underneath your leather armor. This golden bright light, and it is burning hotter and hotter and hotter.
the tree.
Oh, you done pissed the tree off now.
The tree.
Done pissed the tree off.
You done turn into some hot sauce.
Tabitha, you start to see like smoke of this armor starting to burn, and it's coming up from her chest as Arisette's reaching for her second arrow, and this woman is stumbling and starting to turn around and draw her sword.
And I imagine at that moment I have kind of like a Dracarys moment, and I'm just kind of like attack to snack, and I'm like, let's go, let's ready our attack, and like let's finish this woman and put her out of her misery and get our
Okay,
money
you,
back.
Tabitha, you roll initiative for you and Snack, and I'm gonna roll for Jana.
And I painted a portrait for you guys.
What about my second arrow?
Yeah, hold on.
That's happening. That's happening.
Yeah, and you
Okay,
made
so
her look right at me.
And
roll one
Arisette,
time.
Arisette,
twice.
also roll initiative for me as well. Sorry, and then
Initiative.
yeah,
Initiative?
roll initiative, just to
guys-
see, just as a backup.
16 is what I got.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Otto, you are a saint now.
Got an 11 on
There
my
cannot be
initiative.
Otto jokes anymore.
All right,
He
so
literally made deals with the devil, but okay.
yeah, Arisette,
Right, I
you
mean-
can still get your second arrow off if
The
you
worst
want.
is that
The
we don't know that this is
The
happening.
tree started burning intensely. You are actually taking a point of damage already from this thing. It is just igniting inside of your chest.
Okay.
Are you doing your second shot?
I cut her tongue off so she can't talk, but I let her live.
What are you doing?
She's a bad,
Okay,
bad girl.
This has gotten out of hand.
all right.
I can't let her speak.
Okay, so this is interesting. All right, you're gonna try. You can't just cut her tongue off. I'm gonna say that this is gonna take. Well. Okay, so you're gonna have to grapple her, I think, to get the tongue out.
Oh,
And I'm not gonna let you do it on this turn because you would have to grapple her first. You can stab her or shoot her with another arrow. Otherwise, it's going to initiative.
do I read anything on her face? Surprise.
Shock,
pain,
probably.
surprise,
Pain.
terror. I mean, and just really like there's a lot of shock and fear there.
Sorry. I just shoot her in the head.
All right, roll another attack.
Christ.
If you're specifically aiming for the head,
I am, and
Okay.
I get a 20.
you got a nat 20.
Oh my gosh.
Not a natural, but it's a 20 with my second arrow.
Okay, I raised that up to a 20 if you're hitting for the head, but yeah, you hit it. Roll your damage, and
Wow.
okay,
Wow.
hold on a second.
Wow.
The Widowmaker has arrived.
Okay, that's a 7 of damage.
You're about to marry that woman, so good luck.
Oh,
With that, Arisette, she drops. You just see, pulls out a second arrow right through the head. She just crumples. And at that same moment, this flare of light burns a hole through your armor. And you suffer 12 points of damage as this eats into your chest. And you can see that the tree has basically just eaten itself up. And it is nothing but ashes now in your jacket.
What?
It's gone?
oh, someone
my.
killed the puppy.
F in the
Is the
chat for the
tree
tree.
still
Oh, the
at all
tree.
alive? When I see it, I'm assuming it's on the ground now that she
it's-
It's
flung
it's
it.
ash. It literally burned itself out. It's ash.
Okay, so I
You
I'm in
saw
shock.
you saw like bright golden light when it went through her armor. It was like a beam of sunlight and just gone.
So I kneel to the ground and I collect a bunch of ashes in one hand and I hand them to Arisette. Say, I don't know what happened there, but here you are. And then I go over to the woman and I remember from Faerun that if like a thief kills another thief, you wouldn't leave them all splayed out. So I like cross her hands like this, her dead hands, and then I loot her body.
Ah!
And gently close her eyes. So there's like
Jesus.
humanity,
Okay,
but also,
yeah, you
like,
find-
I'm
I'm just gonna leave the arrows in her head and her back and
You
the.
find 600 gold,
Oh
and
my
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
some
that's
more.
right. And there you go.
Okay.
But
Roll
I gently
investigate.
close her eyes and I'm like, well done. You like,
Wow.
And I thought I had
Roll
problems.
an
Thank you,
investigation check.
Holy
Yeah.
cow!
Wow.
I guess.
Oh my.
Tabitha, you have to understand. I must protect my people. I didn't mean to commit evil. I really didn't.
honestly, it's fine. Well done. I've never seen this side of you, but honey, I love it.
She didn't have much going for her. She really wasn't. She was
really-
already on the dark side, but the tree's gone. I think I failed its standards. I think I
did,
made a
for
big
sure.
mistake. I did.
But you know what? Maybe you can keep the ashes and plant this tree in another place and like.
I
things
don't
can
think
grow
so.
from it.
I think that was a very special tree. I think Anazora would never have done what I did. I should have been the one holding this tree. She should have been here. If she'd been here, it could have been different.
And I grab her by the shoulders and I'm like, listen to me. You just murdered a woman in her own shop. She's a well-known thief. We need to get out of here as soon as possible. Now is the time when I need those ranger instincts turned on and we are thinking about our own survival. We're thinking about your nightmares and how we're gonna actually, in the long run, affect good things. So you have to forget about the tree. I know the tree was special, but this is an important moment, okay? And then I got an 18,
Okay. Let me loot the body.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23.
Yeah. Okay. You find 1,450 gold pieces on her.
Oh, honey!
Oh wow.
I'll split that in half.
You find a small bag of gems, 3 diamonds.
Small guy.
Oh, I'm running out of space on my note card. I'm so excited.
3. They're
There's no
100
space
gold
on your
pieces
person,
each.
I can take some.
Diamonds.
Okay, so 3 diamonds, and how much are they?
100 each.
100 each.
Is it just
okay.
me, or are they taking a long time in there?
Otto has figured out that dagger.
And that's all?
Yeah. Has it been 10 minutes? Should we go off to
No,
it now?
there's a hand sketched map on very old parchment, which is exactly the directions that she told you to get to the sword.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
We're going to take all that. I am going to draw my hood, and I'm going to mount Snack, and I'm going to be like, Arisette, you better get on. We're in a rush.
And I take the ashes of the tree and I put them into the pouch with the crystal that I've been holding. And I kneel by this body and I say, please understand. And I just run away. And I follow Tabitha.
Okay.
Do we see them when they run towards us?
So yeah, a couple minutes later, you see Tabitha is on the back of Snack. I'm going to say Arisette is probably running alongside, very quickly making their way back to you.
No need to hurry that much. We can wait patiently. I suppose we ought to get out of here.
Yes,
What
yes, we
was your
should.
business?
We just ixnayed a woman, eh?
What?
I beg your pardon?
It's a long
murdered
story.
Someone.
No,
We murdered someone. We're gonna need to get going, so let's just wrap this up, okay?
Yeah, we have to get out of here right away. Right away. Right away.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, right
What
away.
happened? Did they
Was
betray
it-
you?
was
Was it a
We're
trap?
gonna tell you later. Let's just
Did anyone-
get out of
I know, but as
the
we're
Alright,
as we're
alright,
walking
alright.
and as we're like walking really briskly, I'm just like keeping my voice in like a somewhat muted kind of whisper, and I'm just like, was it one of our new just followers?
No, not at all.
No,
It was a
no,
fellow
she was innocent. She was a risk. Okay, and we have to get out of here right away.
I didn't do it this time.
And
It wasn't me.
No,
I hold on. I hold Arisette. I grab Arisette's trembling hand, and I just say, Arisette, it's all right. I'm sure you've done it for the right reasons.
Wait, why are you all broken up about it then? If did she attack you? What happened?
No,
Was it a
no.
trap, Tabby?
no.
Not a trap, I wouldn't say. I would say it was more like, just like a complete shift in character. Really, is what happened.
No,
but
she-
honestly, I'm proud about it.
Look, it was a risk. Okay, she was a very loose variable.
kind of a risk?
We had to control the variables. Okay.
And we're swiftly making our way out
Yeah.
the gate. There,
Are
Jeff.
you? Were you guys? Are you going into the magic
Can we
shop
go like
or
back in time and see what they did in the magic shop?
I think. Did you guys go in or are you just standing
Yeah.
out front?
No,
Your
I wanted to
mic
go
is
in and
cutting out
I
a
wanted to
little
get
bit
the
again.
dagger scene.
I can identify a magical weapon.
But we have
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever we
Oh.
have had time to do.
Otto, you definitely. I'll say you had time to do the 10-minute identify. Did
I
you?
can't hear you, Jen.
Yeah,
I'm so
you're,
sorry.
you're cutting out again.
Do the thing you do again.
I did already. Okay.
It's
hold on.
better. Yeah, there you go.
What? I didn't
Better.
do anything.
No,
Oh.
not better.
No, it's not better.
No, it's not. Okay. All right. Hold on.
Gremlins
it's
in the
better.
machine.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's just
I
you
think it's
guys.
better.
It's fine on the
And
stream. I
then
don't know why it's a Zoom thing. Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's just
Well,
every once in a while kind of
Is it-
weird. But
is it okay?
What were you saying?
we can hear you. You're muffled here, but if it's not on the stream, just go ahead.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
What were you saying regarding what we had time to do? and
To identify.
murdering people?
You did have time to identify, if you want to do that.
Yeah, I will without a spell slot then, since I had the time.
Yeah, you did. It is not magic. And hold on, let me try one more thing so you guys can hear me.
This. Or is this my dagger?
Yeah, you
I'm
have
guessing
mine.
so.
Otto has Tabby's.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that's yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one I'm doing then, and
Okay, is it any better?
it's about
No.
the same.
Still.
we can
yeah.
we can soldier on. Go for
Okay,
it.
Yeah,
yeah.
we can get you,
So
we can get you.
the dagger is not magical at all.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I tell them.
Yeah, and when you open it up, it looks like, I mean, it's not even in good condition. It's clearly not magic, and it was just, she got taken.
Oh.
And I'm just like, sorry, this is junk.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. Can you investigate this? And I hand him the map on the very old parchment.
So this is after the murder, this part of the timeline.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Now we're back
handing me
together
the-
and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all
You
back
just told
together.
us.
Well,
You're
yeah.
handing me a map, and so I think I'm just like, yes, and I like tuck it away into my coat as a reminder, but I don't do it now because I'm like, we need to get out of here.
That's
Listen.
true. That is true.
All right. Well, we can straighten out what happened because, Arisette, you look like you've seen a ghost.
We need to get out of here right away.
Well, fine.
And as we're
I need
walking,
to-
I'm assuming.
I need to do some things in this magic
need to
shop
get
before.
out of
No, you're not going to. And I grab his arm and I say, "You're coming
were
right now."
gone for a while though. Like, can we just
Yeah.
can this have happened while we?
Yeah, I
were-
mean, I thought you guys were standing out front identifying that dagger. No?
I can't hear you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We can
this
always
is-
identify it later. Let's
Yeah.
get out of here.
All right, this
All I
is
wanted-
this is a cheat.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why didn't
Yes,
you do
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
earlier?
Because I'm not sure it's now going to the stream, so I'm gonna have to check that in a moment. So,
Okay.
Jamie, let me know if you guys can still hear me.
Okay. All I
That's
wanted
a
to
lot
do
better,
is identify
Yeah,
where
yes,
the
yeah,
cutters
they can hear you too,
were,
they say.
Okay, good.
not go in, and then check for some healing potions, and then when they returned, to go.
Bro, you're killing me right now.
That's all.
But we're doing the
Where's the-
flashback, right? So
Yeah,
that he
all I
went.
wanted to know is where the cutters was. I wasn't going in. I
The
just wanted to know
the
if I
cutter's
could find
entrance
it.
is inside the magic place.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. And
And
you
then
know,
let's go. Since there's such a rush, and then we'll skip what I was going to do.
okay, I mean, so, you know, he took 10 minutes to identify the dagger. They've probably been gone like a total with travel and everything, like 15, almost 20 minutes. So you probably had like 5 minutes to go in and look around the store before they came and joined you. So what did you want to do in that 5 minutes?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could, and I'll have Otto do the dagger later, but check to see if they have some potions. I want to get a couple of healing potions, and then at the 5-minute mark, I'm going to start being worried by the two of them and would have grabbed everybody to go out.
Okay, yeah. So they have a just in the interest of time, we won't do the magnificence that is this store, unfortunately. But I'll say that there's a whole potion section, and
Okay.
they have the entire range of healing potions. So
What are we looking at costs?
I forgot to grab my book. Hold on. Standard DMG costs for potions here. They move a lot of them here, so
Okay.
let me see. I think I can get.
I think
Actually,
a regular
it's
healing
25
potion is 50
gold.
gold. I want to
50
say.
Yeah, I had it on my DM screen, but there are no DM screens anymore. So because
No,
we're on
I
Zoom.
think it's a regular one is 50. A greater is like 200 to 250. A
Yeah, I'm
superior,
just-
I think, is like $2,000, and then supreme is way the hell up there.
Yeah, so we're just going to use standard prices for this because I don't have time to go look. So yeah, just tell me what you want to get, and they have it. You can just mark off your gold.
I want 20 healing potion. No, I'll take two regular healing potions,
Okay.
and then that'll be 100 gold off mine.
Yeah, 100 gold.
And then
Okay.
we'll just forego the other magical shopping and go right to, when I get them, go to the cutter. I'll just identify the dagger later.
Okay. So we'll say now that they've met up and you've had this whole kind of interaction and you're getting the sense that things are a bit urgent and something's definitely gone sideways. You take them through the back, and one of the people that works there, and they all have these like ridiculous kind of like purple robes, the people who actually work at the store, and it's very much like there's a lot of showmanship of the people that work there, and it's all very extravagant. They start to stop you as you're going towards this back door, and you utter the code word, which is
Oh god.
code word.
Yeah.
Oh, is it in your notes? We went to a Cutters before, and there was a code word in Borden.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go into their mind, and I'm just gonna say, I'll say the statement. It's better to see a friend die than a friend become evil.
And the person's like, oh, yes, please. And you pass into the back.
And I'm like really sad. I'm like, so much stuff to buy in here. And like shiny things.
Oh,
and, like,
there's
my
all
hands are
kinds of cool shit in this place
My
that you
hands
guys
are
just
like running along the shelves. just
blew
being-
past.
I know it would be a good thing to
This
shop, but
You're this gregarious shop owner,
one
probably
of
the best shop owner that's
murdered
ever been
someone.
created
You
in
know,
D&D
if I had to
history.
say-
Just
you know, if I
fading
had
in the
to say-
background behind you.
If this episode were to need more of anything, I would say shopping.
Shopping.
Chad is not
I
a
think-
shopping fan, but I could spend episodes
some of us are.
doing storefront and shit. I love it.
you know, it's
It's my fave.
last chance to grab some
Bargaining,
magic
bargain
stuff.
shopping.
All right, so I'll go down. So I'll go into the.
Yeah, so the entrance of this one's a little bit different. This is more like going to Diagon Alley, where you count out bricks on this wall and you push in one, and you see that, like, all of a sudden there's outline of a door just immediately like pushes in, some dust falls, and then and just opens up enough for you all to slip into the darkness inside the wall, and it shuts behind you. And you see there's a winding, tight stone staircase going down, and you follow it down. It's completely pitch black, so those without dark vision are just holding on to the others and kind of stumbling on these tight steps. But as you get closer to the bottom, you start to see there's some flickering light. There's some torches on the wall, and you see some people look up, and the door is open, and you can see into a much larger room than what you saw in Vorden. This is very good size. You see all manner of like cabinets, bunks. You see armor, you see weapons, and you see several people are in the midst of collecting things, and you see that a lot of the shelves are bare. And they're like, people are really quickly doing something. And then in the middle of the room is this glowing portal that has been drawn on the ground. You see glowing arcane symbols that are alight, and there's this swirling energy in the middle. And they look up and, Seville?
What's going on here? Why is everybody pulling stuff off the shelves all of a sudden?
Lurar has told us to evacuate this position. We're relocating the cutters. Hold on. And he runs over and grabs a pretty good sized pack. Yeah. This is for you. She said it's everything you need. And she said to hurry.
Very well.
This and all cutter locations from this point on are no longer secured, and they will be moved. Contact her if you need any more help. This is set to go to Pelkey.
That's where we're going.
All right.
Where are you being restationed?
I haven't even been told yet. We're supposed to collect this, and somebody's going to tell us where to go.
All right. Well, thank you for this. This saves me the time of asking.
Be safe. Apparently, I don't know, but it sounds like we're compromised.
It is compromised, so you're right about that. All right. Well, be safe, and for the kingdom.
For the kingdom. And they step aside, and would you like
Arisette,
to go through?
There's your portal.
And I just dive right in. Just close my eyes and dive right in. Feet first.
Okay.
All right. All right, let's go, everybody. I'll pick up the rear.
I follow after.
Okay.
Yeah,
one
I
by
take
one.
Last look around and yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dagmar. Do you want to do anything before you go in?
Just kind of taking one last look around, knowing I may not see this place point up in a bit, so and I just jump in right after.
Okay. Otto?
Otto.
In there like swimwear.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'm just about to jump in and shopping time. I'm going back up. Just kidding. I'm in.
Man of my own heart. I know the feeling.
You know what? I'm just gonna get one thing. I'll be right back.
I'm just gonna get a couple of those cute little
Just 2 minutes.
potions.
You know, I
and-
just realized, like, I hate my shoes.
Yeah. You know, it might be time for a change.
Cashmere sweater.
And there's like a barber next door, so you know, maybe. All right. So one by one, you jump in. The magical energy transporting you instantly. You come out one by one in this glowing circle, very different than what you left. What you were just in was this amazing, beautifully crafted dwarvish stone building. You
We
come.
can't hear you again.
Can I-
Did you change? What happened to your audio?
I just stopped playing music. You can't hear me?
I don't know. You were good, and then now it's like it was.
It's just cutting in and out a lot.
I don't know.
Is
Okay, I think we
is
got you.
this the one you
Okay.
changed it to, or?
No, I just stopped playing music. Anyway, I don't know. This whole system's buggy. I'm gonna have to.
We don't know.
Again, it's fine in chat. So, can you guys hear
Going in
me?
and out, but
I mean, we can hear you kind of right now. So.
we'll let you know if it's too bad for us to.
Well,
Yeah.
this is kind of
Comprehend you,
important that you hear the description of where you've
Yeah,
landed.
it's
Yeah.
kind of bad.
Okay. All right. Stand by. Hold on.
Try the other audio that was bad before, and maybe it'll be good now.
That's true. I can try. Okay, I've done that. Is it better?
There we go.
Jesus.
Much better.
God.
Meanwhile, guys, I have like a little thing I use to fuck with Judd's audio, just to watch him like.
Just
Oh my God.
watch him squirm.
I'll go
Oh,
postal.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
If anybody out there in chat is a sound engineer, please reach out to me. I need some help,
Please.
apparently. Okay. All right. So, once again, as one by one, you travel through this magical portal and you leave the beautiful dwarven forged land of Azley, arriving in a very different, immediately different room. It's all wood. As your feet kind of hit the ground, you hear boards creak, and it's almost like shoddy, like a shack almost. There's an immediate smell of decaying vegetation and a very damp feel to the air.
How does Snack look, and how does the air feel for me?
So great question, Tabitha. So you recognize it instantly. It's like if you ever have been away from home for a long time and then you come home and the first thing you really notice is that smell, that familiar smell.
I'm like,
yeah, you breathe it in. And even,
doesn't matter.
and Snack is like left and right. Like I know where Snack knows where she is, but is confused of how that's happening. But definitely the smell hits both of you, and you immediately know that you are in a swamp. And you are in a small room. There is one wooden door there, and you can see that this circle on the floor is starting to fade, and within moments it is gone.
And I'm taking kind of shallow, pensive breaths and really trying to not let the smell in. And I'm kind of swallowing, just trying to keep it all down, and just some few memories coming back. But I'm all right. Arisette, how are you?
Fine.
Feeling better now that you've fled the crime?
I'm fine.
And you
All
all-
right.
What happened? What
you
happened?
can all
What
see,
went
by the
down
way, you see, which was not there before, there is a hole burned in her armor. Just the edges are frayed, and it's like, inch and a half, 2 inches across in diameter.
Looks
I
like
kind
she
of hand
blasted
her-
you with a spell before you.
No, it didn't go down quite like that. And I hand her 725 gold, which is your half.
I don't want it. Keep the gold.
I'm sorry,
All
but
right.
you earned it this time, so you have to
That's not
take
what I
it.
want.
I'll
That's not
take
why
it,
I did
honestly. You need.
Okay, Otto, you didn't do anything. You identified the totally boof weapon that was given to me, so no.
And we know that it's totally boof, as you say, thanks to me.
And so I just like tuck the 725 like in the hole in her chest, and I'm like, there.
And I just take it and put it like aside for putting back in her rucksack later, because that's the last thing I'm worried about. I killed a woman. I thought I was in the right because I needed to defend my kingdom. I needed to defend us, and now the tree has died, which means I might have done something wrong. And I don't know how serious it is about this tree dying, but
Well,
it's
wasn't it you who was telling me not so long ago that we have all we need to defeat the threats that would pose such a danger here to this world on our own?
yeah, I thought that was including the tree. The tree was a big part of that confidence, that the tree was with me.
The tree was with you, and the tree was a part of the. Okay, well.
Yes.
I don't understand.
May I ask why? What does the tree ever do to help you?
The tree was obviously pure good, and I thought I was good, and now I've killed this.
I knew a girl that was pure good, and she wasn't particularly useful on that. I shouldn't get into that. But the point is, just because something's pure good doesn't mean it's going to help you win the day, now does it?
Look, I understand that there is messiness, and I have no problem killing evil. I have no problem with it whatsoever. This woman was shadow, but not necessarily bad. Certainly, I thought nothing good would come from her life. She had nothing to live for anyway. She was hoping to leave this dimension, which was going to be nearly impossible for her. Tabitha tried to offer her safe passage into my kingdom, but I can't let anybody like that into this kingdom that I've come here to protect. And she had nothing much to live for, so I killed her. I killed her so that her loose lips would not sink ships.
And honestly, it's a lesson learned from me. I know next time to just tell her some like bullshit about Faerun and let her be on her way. But you know what?
Wait a minute.
It's gonna be all right.
So, if I'm following what you're saying correctly, if you had not let her know who we really were and where we were from, there would have been no reason to kill her. But because she knew that information, it meant that she couldn't be trusted with it.
Right. I mean, she's obviously deep in the underworld. I mean, how would she have come across this rapier that Tabitha got? And she said that she was out of this business, but you can't trust people like that. You just simply can't. And it would have threatened everything that I hold dear, including the four of you.
Well,
and I like gesture towards Otto's map, and I'm like, please take that out. And then I turn and I kneel, Judd, and I am pulling out the piece of frost drake that I have. And I'm pulling out a little like sewing kit or like a hammer and nails, whatever I can, to try to like fashion it as a little repair that I can like go across Arisette's chest, because right now she's very vulnerable to have a hole.
Okay.
And as you're doing that, I just say, everyone, look, Arisette, I know what it's like. I think we all do. To do something, to lose something, to experience something that we didn't mean to. I know what it's like to kill goodness. I know what it's like to feel confused, and that the only thing you want to do is protect all that it is that you love, and you'll do it in the best way that you can in the moment that you're doing it. And that's what you have to keep with you. You have to know that you did it out of a desire to save everyone that you love. And look, and I go back into my pocket and I pull out the scroll, the illustration. I'm not one for sentiments, but I allow myself to do this because, and I unroll it and I show the portrait. This group has become something that I did not ever realize that I could have. I don't think any of you realized you could have this either. Maybe not in your own kingdoms, but in very unlikely ways. We all came together and we all helped each other. And And we carried each other through situations that would have sank other ships, moments that would have killed people and conscience and goals and dreams. But we stood together, and this is what a mismatched group. But I would not be where I am without you. I would not feel strong in a place that reminds me of everything that is wrong with me without you. You would not have protected your people without these heroes here. And Tabby,
Yeah?
maybe you would have not brought your wittiness and amazing skill and charm and humor and your joy and whatever it is story that brought you here. No one would have had the opportunity to see that and to feed from your big heart. And Otto, I told them to extend your mustache because, frankly, that is quite the achievement, my friend. But
I wish you would have told him to make my shoulders a bit broader too, but...
well, if we have some charcoal, we can fix that. But your struggles, everything that you've gone through, we would have not known what it's like to have to fight demons and danger and death and still love and still stand for our friends. In Seville, you stood against your entire order for us, for what you believe in, for this land, for this continent, for 4 strangers that you just met merely 10 days ago. And somehow here we are, jumping through portals for each other. Yes, killing for believing that we can save those that we love. This is a harsh world, and we cannot expect to have to just breeze through it. Do we want to do it? I know we don't. I know you didn't want to, Arisette. I know you didn't. We all do. But whatever it is you did, that's behind us now. And what's ahead is what we need to do, is the task at hand. And these people, maybe there'll be songs written about them one day, I don't know. But let's forget about all that happened. Keep it at the back of our minds as a warning, I suppose, but don't let it define you. You are one of the most incredible people and hearts I've ever met and seen. Don't let that go away and die with a tree. Here, you can have it.
And as she offers that, I'm tying on the makeshift patch for her wound.
Okay.
So just to clarify here. So you murdered someone, and the little tree, the piece of chaparral, judged you and died.
Exploded and died.
Got on fire quite violently, yes.
Yes. It tried to, I guess, stop me or warn me or something. But I couldn't understand how it could think it was correct not to kill this danger.
I would just say this: be cautious what you tell yourselves. If you did something that you need to atone for, then get to work doing it. But don't tell yourself stories to get out of it. Own the action and work on getting back up to the surface.
You know, perhaps in an effort to recenter ourselves here, we should keep in mind why we've just stepped through this portal. There is some land desecrated here, or at least the necromancers have marked on this map that they want to. Why don't we start our investigation into where this is, and, well, if there is redemption to be had, if you feel it's necessary, take it from me. It's not impossible.
And I do think that using this magical weapon we now have the direct coordinates to, we might have made up for the loss in the asset of the tree.
What magical weapon? What are you talking about?
Okay, so this is the best part. So this woman, in exchange for information about Faerun, we were getting information from her about this magical rapier, which apparently from very reliable sources, was from the pre-departing Wither Age, and it's actually a deity weapon, and it is worth somewhere between 10 to 20,000 gold, and it is located here. And I like grab the map scroll from Otto, and I unroll it, and I say, here, see, we're in Palki. So then we got to take the south smallest river. There's 2 forks. You stay left on both. There's a rock skull with an entrance on the side chamber. There's a stone and a sword. That's all I wrote. That's all I remember.
So you got this information from the same person who sold you a bum dagger. You paid 100.
No.
The bum dagger was from a random guy in the alleyway, which was really more of like a flirting exchange. And this information was from the woman that Arisette.
I got it. So the person who ripped you off is alive, but the person who trusted you and thought you all were fine is dead. I get it now. I understand.
That wrap it up, okay?
Anyway, as I said, perhaps we continue on with business.
Yeah, and you hear, and you've heard a couple times some noises outside of this room, but
I hear noises outside of this room.
and he does, and you hear a door slam and footsteps down this hallway. And again, this building seems so rickety compared to where you just were in Azley. You even hear this faint music now kind of drifting up from somewhere. You're not quite sure. There are no windows in this room.
Okay, well, I guess we need to leave. I just thought that it might be helpful to have like an
How about,
magical
is there a
weapon.
door? Just go over and...
Tabby, I think that's very helpful.
Yeah, you open up the door and you look out and you see a series of other doors in this hallway, and at the end you see stairs going down.
Are we heading in?
Well, this is presumably some place that the portal we just went through was very intentionally linked to, would be my guess.
No, obviously.
Listen, I want to tell you all something before we get on here, because we're going to have to work as a team, but something's really bothering me. None of you are trained. None of you really know what you're doing. You're good fighters and you do well. But out here in this real world, you're going to make choices. Tabby, maybe you, from some of the story you've told us. But you're going to have to live with every single one of your actions. And I know we can be light about it, but everything you do, you're going to have to own. So be careful with your choices. Because when you close your eyes and go to sleep at night, the only thing you're going to face is yourself.
And I shift uncomfortably.
Yep.
And I just go down.
Okay.
I follow after, but I'm really, in my mind, I'm back at the swamp in Faerun making that deal with the witch doctor. And I know all too well what Seville is saying.
Okay.
As do I.
I don't know more.
And
No, I know more.
are you all making your way down there?
Want to know more.
No, I know.
And no, I want to know more.
No.
Tabby, tell me.
Arisette and the rest of you, are you all making your way down as well?
Yes.
Okay, I calm down.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
still like it's afternoon, right? It's not dark yet.
I hold
You don't know, you
Arisette's
haven't-
hand. Despite this enabling speech, I feel like I really understand how she feels. So I just silently hold her hand as we walk and just want to give her this steady and like steadfast support.
Okay. All right. So you all make your way down the stairs, and again, that music you hear in the background, it definitely sounds like a tavern. And as you go down the steps, you see it's coming out into not a very large room. It's as rickety down here as it was upstairs. You feel like, a good jolt and this thing's gonna just collapse. But there are several people here and they're drinking. There's some kind of weak music off in the corner. And you look out through the windows and you can see, yes, the landscape has drastically changed. You see a lot of thick green trees out there, but with a lot of hanging moss. You see that it looks like there are elevated walkways between all the buildings here. There are no roads. All the buildings look like they're on stilts over some kind of marshy water. A couple people look over and see Snack and are like, they know what that creature is and are freaking out a little bit, but they see that it's right next to you and kind of realizing
it has a matching collar.
Yeah, it's looking. This is a Beverly Hills
matching
swamp
collar?
cat. Yeah, and so they're not lowering their guard too much, but they're not running for the door. So there you are. As you look
What
out.
time of day is it, Judd?
It looks like it's the same. It's like midday. I mean, there was no time lost with your teleport. You're just in a different area now, and you can see, you know, the city is happening outside of this door, and it looks like you have definitely arrived in Pelkey.
Pelkey.
Okay.
And I think, as you're all staring out of this door, and you hear a bartender going, "Can I get you anything?" And you look at them, you look at the locals, you look out at the world beyond, and thinking of all the tasks that you have to do, kind of look at each other, and we'll leave it there for tonight, everyone.
All right.
Wow, very unexpected episode, Arisette.
What happened?
We made it to Pelkey and only one innocent was lost.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Okay, well, some of us remember the Gith's infant child that you murdered.
You guys,
Wow.
you guys must be talking about that
party's going to the
spellcaster
dark side.
who was trying to do something really fishy.
That's right. That's right. You all thought that baby, that unborn child, was casting.
It's getting younger and younger. It's like preconception.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Spermatozoa that you rudely strangled in the
You
night.
snuffed out the life of that one little sperm. Yeah, well, anyway, thank you, everybody. Crazy stuff, but great stuff. We have, I'm glad they are finally in the swamps. I've been preparing for this. I think we're going to see some very cool minis and terrain in the future. So please stay tuned for that. I've missed all of my minis and my stuff. But I have been preparing for this for some time. Just remind everybody that we do have a big giveaway coming up in 2 weeks, so check out our socials. If you're not in our Discord, I don't understand why you're not. Come hang out with us. We have literally the best community. Out of all the other communities, we have the best people.
Our
very
Discord
supportive.
is actually way more entertaining and funny than us. Like, honestly, like when I go on Discord, I'm like, these people are so cool.
Oh, we have seriously, we have the best. I mean, and they talk about D&D. We talk about all things on there. It's great. So please join us over there. We'll be announcing the giveaway there as well. And as I said, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything will definitely be in the prize package. We'll let you know other details later. You can't win, Seville. Sorry. And next Wednesday, we're doing our Q&A. So be there for that, 7 p.m. here on this channel. Pacific time. Come hang out with us. We love you all. Thanks for hanging out with us on this Friday. I love Fridays. It's just a party. It's good. It's fun times. Y'all.
Have a great weekend, y'all. Everybody.
Yeah.
This is
Everybody.
a great lunch.
That was fun.
Yes. Have a safe weekend. Wear your mask. Be good people. We love you so much. We'll see you Wednesday. All right. Bye, everyone.
See you soon. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.